Everybody, welcome. Hex Token channel, third live session. We're going to hang around and look at the price chart. Looks like it's still moving up. So this is how we roll. When the price pumps, we're live. That's pretty much it. So very, very cool. Hope you guys are going to have a lot of fun out there. And let's just hang out and watch the price go FOMO. That's how we go. Keep the FOMO going with the price. That's what's happened. So looks like the audio's going okay. Let me just double check. Yeah, audio's good. Get into the chat, folks. Now, I've got a couple of polls out on the channel. This will be my last session. It's currently, what time is it now? 9 o'clock, just after 9, maybe 9:15 here in good old Kiwi land, down under at the bottom of the planet. And we are enjoying this Hex price pump. That's just from how it rolls. We've got some little cracker chips. I'm trying not to eat too many of those because they make a lot of noise on the studio mic. But yeah, we've got having a lot of fun. Now, of course, what have we got here? We've got a couple. I've still got the prices up and running. Still got some PLSD there. Let me just jump out of those. Got the hash price there. Get into Discord. We've got 258 members. So big shout out to everyone that's joined today. 300 is our next target. Links in the video description. Definitely check that out. But we're gonna chill with the hex price. Actually, we might move it to the 15-minute chart and watch that as well. All right, cool. We're just watching that go up there. Nice. We've got the little support there. And that sort of started breaking there a little bit, but we've got these other two support lines below it. So we're looking pretty good, actually. It was a good line. That's a good angle. Yeah, nice. All right, let's have a look at a couple of comments. We got Bobby's in the house. Let's go. Keep the good content going, says Bobsy. Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, Unreal Mini Golf's in the house there. Got a few new names in at the moment for this live stream compared to the second live stream we had. It's a lot of fun. Hope you guys are having fun out there. Woohoo! Watching the little mini pump going on. And of course, is this more than the mini pump? If we actually get over 16.2 cents, really game on. Game on. That's what we're looking forward to. Craig's up too. Hey, Craig, you're up. Wow. Craig's up. Woohoo! Good to see Craig. And yeah. Nice one. Craig's done a couple of live streams today. Pretty busy. Looking good. Hanging out with the homies, as it were. Andrew's in the house. Hey, buddy, can't wait for the day you go live on launch day. Me too. It's going to be insane in the membrane. As you guys know, I've pretty much gone full time doing content creation. So this is what must be a week at least. I'm sure. So cool. Unreal says, woohoo! Still up, says Craig. Still up. Yeah, I was surprised, Craig, to see you up at this stage. You've had a long day. Hope you can, rest up eventually. Been a big day, of course, Craig. Big day. Ryan's got the woohoo, and I'm living in New Zealand time today, says Craig. Absolutely. Normally, Craig, you'd be out at the second live stream, which is a couple of hours back now. Hey, look at that price. Woohoo! 15.57. We've got a new local high here too. You can see that in the chart there. We've got let's put a few overlays on here. We've got this one. We hit that one, and let's change that format. Let's do that into a. I don't know. Does that look good? No, that looks terrible. Let's put that as straight heavy line. How about that? That's good. And I don't know. Let's make that yellow. Is that good? I don't know. Is that good? We'll make that double thick. There we are. We got one. Let's control V that. And let's push that over there. We've got two. So we're definitely past that now, and we're heading on up. Let's put a little arrow for our FOMO. We're going to have FOMO arrow. We've got arrow there. And let's have that. That's arrow, and we've got green. So green's good. Green's good. Let's keep it green, but let's make it a little bit more bullish. Let's make it bullish and give that a certain amount of thickness there as we go up there. Nice. Now that is technically broken down, the arrow. So we're going to delete that, and actually we might take that from the bottom. Let's take that from there. Let's move our arrow, our line, and let's put that up there. Let's move our green arrow. And of course, on the way up there, let's give it some inspiration for the pump. Mad pump there, 14. But we've definitely got a new high there. And how high is it going to go? It's going to go up, and then it's going to come down again. It's going to go up. We've got the zigzag pattern going. So that's where it's at. So look at Maxi, 15.42. So pretty close to the Hex price. Hedron at 11.85. And a PLSD, some profit taking. Too good to be true at the moment, of course. That doesn't mean it's going to go down, but you definitely got to watch this 286 mark. So it's going to test that support there. Let's have a look at that on a longer time frame. What am I on, an hour? Let's have a look at the 4 hourly, see what that looks like. Yeah, so that's that is under a bit of sell pressure at the moment. Let's see if it can hold 285. That would be okay. It might be able to bounce off that. Definitely we had a nice little rally up there, so wouldn't be too surprised if there's a bit of profit taking there as well. Crypto market still holding up, down a little bit, but still holding there as well. Hey, we've got the YouTube show on. Who was that on there? Oh, that's Hex Token channel. Good one. That's nice. We'll put the pump on that. We're doing Hex, so we'll put the old Hex icon, and we're going up. So we're going to put the old FOMO as well. Put a bit of fire, fuel on the fire. That's how we roll. And of course, here we are at the high. Look at this. Woohoo! Pumping in real time on the live stream. That's how we go. Hart's Law only. Yeah, Hart's Law. That's true. That's true. So cool. We could play a little video. Could play a little. We haven't watched this for a little while. We haven't played the full video for a while. What else we got here? We've got a few others. What other videos have we got? Oh yeah, that one. That's no good. What's this one here? I can't even remember what. This is another video from Richard, but I can't even remember what it's about. So I might leave that one out. We got this one. This is a pretty good one. Let's listen to Richard as we go. Watch the price chart hanging out here. Chilling. Was it Hex Crypto and Chill? Is that right or is that bad? Netflix and Chill's bad. I'm pretty sure of that. So, Hex, well, you know, baddie. It's like a baddie, like Kermit the Frog on Omegle, trying to look for baddies. It's kind of like that. Yeah, outrage. So we're going to put that on. Bam. Let's put.
Totals were done now. Like I could just set a date, you know, but like until those stupid sacrifice totals are finished, as soon as the sac totals are done, man, we are so close because the bridge works great. And it's got
so when the sac totals are done, what's the how much time after that? You don't just give me an estimate.
I'm trying. You want me to think about it? Give me a second.
I'll get it out of them, guys.
If we've got the event reporting and the node fixed, which I think that'll get fixed before sac totals is done, which is funny. And I think even if that event reporting was wrong, you could still go to mainnet anyway without it. Just people will be missing a little bit of data that you could fix later. I mean, I got to talk to him more about that, exactly how mission critical that particular report is. I mean, look, man, once sac totals are like done and published, it feels like 2 weeks.
2 weeks after sac totals?
I mean, I'd like to be done in 4 weeks. Like I'd like mainnet to be in 4 weeks, but every time estimate I've ever given has been wrong. And I've been telling you they would be wrong ahead of time because I know how this goes. No one would have ever expected sac totals would take this long. That's supposed to be the easiest part. Like measure how much people sacrifice. That should be the easiest thing. And then you're like, wow, oddly enough, it's not. That sucks. But then the super hard stuff, like bridge, it's like been done forever. You're like, so a lot of times the easy stuff ends up being hard. The hard stuff ends up being easy. I mean, we're so close, man. And you can tell because the test net works. Like you can go use it. It's been working for a long time now. It's just that like you could even if we had consensus bugs, you could fix those and patch those. But like you can't rewrite the totals. That you can't do. So we have to get the sacrifice totals right up front. And consensus bugs, the network's been running too long. We're not likely to have anything like that. Yeah, so I mean 2 weeks after the sac total seems fine. But it would just, the only two other things are like really just that event thing and then like DevOps, just making sure that everything is robust because you're going to get a lot of load. Like world's largest airdrop,
it's going to be crazy.
Get a lot of load. You're going to get loaded up. So the people that are running servers have to be ready for like redundancy, you know? But like even if there was downtime, as long as the downtime is just a pause, no one really cares. So like in crypto, when you have a downtime, when is that most harmful? If people are leveraged up and they're going to get liquidated now unfairly because they can't add margin, they can't add collateral. That's not fair, but we're not going to have any margin trading off the bat, so it doesn't really matter. And then if people's balances like got miswritten or overwritten, that would be pretty tragic, but that's never even happened. Like that would, like in EVM chains, I don't think that's ever happened. You could say like an Eclipse attack happened on Verge that like rolled back 6 months of transactions or something. That would be like a huge rewrite problem. But then you could fork before that block anyway and keep the old state. Like, I'm just going through like a parade of imaginary horribles. I don't think any of that crap's going to happen. I think we're going to have our fork, and I think everything's going to run fine. But I'm not going to be sitting in a launch party just in case. I'm not going to be like, oh, I got to reboot some crap. Oh, man, going to have to leave the party. Gotta see you guys. There's a million things you could do on Pulse testnet right now, and you should be doing them. Because look, man, one day I'm going to be doing this live stream, and it's going to be, we're up, we're live. And you're going to be like, oh, crap, now I have to learn everything? Learn it now, man, because we are close, dude. We are really, really, really close.
So there we are. You know, we're close. So I think the market feels it too. Richards keeps saying we're really, really, really close, man. So it's going to be close. Is it going to be mid-May? Is it going to do it early? Is it going to be the 5th of May? 5:55 p.m. Is it going to be that early? Could be. Illustra says, what's the status of an AMM bot on Uniswap version 3? Well, apparently it's been tested at least a couple of weeks on the private servers. So the AMM bot version 3. So it looks like they've probably made a decision on how they're going to do that. Excuse me, and done the maths and coded that from the looks of it. So that seems to be the case on there. It was kind of in one of Richard's last tweets they did a while ago, a couple of days, maybe 2 days ago. Might be able to find that one actually. Just got to make sure I do find it. Where's it? Look here, it's in here somewhere. Here it is here. Mid-May is still the target for the world's largest free airdrop. This is the 27th of April. The V3 AMM bot is working. So cool. SAC balance is looking great. Remember, 2 weeks after SAC balance looking good. We had an update on the 28th, so the next day. Most SAC complaints are user error. So that's looking pretty good. And so, yeah, really all I can see, I imagine they got the event reporting out of the way. So really all that seems to be left is make sure you got the server capability to handle the load when Pulsechain goes, you know. Boy, I've kept on saying there could be some massive load straight out of the gate. And that could be sustained for a long time as the word spreads about the airdrop. Because you think you're going to have a typical lot of volume coming in. Things will get priced up. Then once things get a price value, that creates an incentive for the rest of the people to come in and go, oh, I've got that over there. Oh my gosh, I've got to come over. And of course, then they realize it's just like Ethereum, but cheaper and faster. Plus with the airdrop and the incentives, it's sort of self-fulfilling, right? It's going to be pretty amazing. Great, says Illustrator. Yeah, it is awesome for sure. Chris says, RH just got verified on IG, YouTube, and Twitter the other day. Everything is sliding into place perfectly. Got such a good feeling about Pulse. Hey, Chris, that's such a good observation. And I did see that too. But the way you put that together there, that's a real pumpamental. It's amazing how that's just things that are sort of stepping in place at the perfect time. You know, that didn't necessarily have to happen, right? And that is a really good lineup there. So absolutely, Chris, pumpamentals are looking real hot. And here we are, 15.67. Oh, there we are, 15.55. So we're just slowly moving up here, up and down. We're getting up. We're going up the pathway, so looking good. I think we've even got that on that tweet on here at the top here. I think that's pretty recent, that one. There we are. Yeah, this one here. So I now have a blue check mark on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube. So looking good there. 41 posts here on 48,500. I think that's Instagram, right? So that's pretty good. Yeah, that's Instagram, 48,500 follows. It's got over 130,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'll just double check that, but it's pretty much up there. Where's that up to? Let me pull that up. He's got over 200,000 on Twitter. So yeah, he's got 132,000 subscribers on YouTube, 48,500 on Instagram, and on Twitter here he's now got 205,000. So really climbing up there, and you can see his little blue tick there. That's really cool. On Odyssey, I think he's got 3,000. followers since he posted that, and so that's not going too bad at all. So very, very cool stuff there. Not sure if Rackham's got anything posted. So these are the two that I visit the most, to be honest. I do like to visit highest of stakes and a few others, but I think, oh, this is new. This is a brand new one 1 hour ago. Hey, you guys, Hex is the cryptocurrency that has been hidden from you like buried treasure. Hex has survived unscrupulous actors within the blockchain industry and keeps winning. Join us at hex.com or chat. Nice. That's pretty cool. That's a cool picture, actually. Let's see. The Hexicans. Very, very cool. That is a classic movie, by the way, the original one. Never Say Die. Absolutely. That is one of the true classic movies, that one. Nice. So, cool. Let's jump back to the Hex price. Pump, pump, pump. Pump it up. Moving this sideways. 15. We're on a 15-minute chart, so it should move fairly regularly, at least on that point of view. Jay's in the house with the rockets, absolutely. And Chris is in there as well. Now, I've got a poll up. I should pull up the poll, right? I talked about the poll. Let me pull up my YouTube channel. And we'll go to the Hex Token channel there. Oh, we're on there already. Cool. So we're going to pump on that. And if you go to the community tab, we've got the poll in the house there. So I've just posted these. Do you want to swap Pulsechain or hashtag Pulsex when Pulsechain goes live? Now, I haven't really been using the hashtags, and I realized actually hashtags are probably a pretty good idea. So I've done polls like this before with the swapping, but I thought I'd update this. I've done probably 3 or 4 of these, but obviously sentiment changes over time. New people come in, the channel's grown, so I thought I'd do more. I'll probably do more as well as we lead into May. Do you want to swap your Pulsechain or Pulsex when Pulsechain goes live? Swap Pulse and to PLX. Swap PLX for Pulse, or not swapping either. And then I've got the top one here. Do you want to swap PRC20s? Now, we don't talk enough. I've done 2 videos, I think, on PRC20s. I want to do another one. I've done the top 45 or 48. I want to do another one on the top, number 50 to 100. And I should probably go up to 200, shouldn't I? Should probably a good idea. And of course, Pulsechain, Pulsex, when Pulsechain goes live, we've got swap ERC20s for Pulse, swap ERC20s for PLX, swap PLS for PRC20s, swap PLSX for PRC20s, etc. Now, the one thing, of course, we've got PRC20s could include Hex, right? So, but the thing is that Hex, if there's a lot of people buying Hex, they may, like, I think Hex is a good one because it gets priced up really well. But of course, if you're, so you get a good 2 for 1. But if there's a certain amount of people that are going to trade the Hex for a PLS, it's going to be interesting. That would mean maybe some of the other PRC20s are quite good in terms of trading for Pulse. Because when the AMM bot runs, it's going to, create all the liquidity with the harvesting. And of course, a lot of people are going to get a lot of PLS, right? So it's going to be interesting to see that straight off the gate. And then people might get a better ratio on some of the other liquidity pairs, right? And then some of the other PRC20s, there might be a better rate than, say, people that are selling Hex down or even PLX for that matter. So it's going to be interesting. Obviously, through PLS to PLX, your ratios, for the sacrifice is pretty much 1 for 1. So anytime you've got a different ratio, you're really valuing the other token more. Yeah. So we'll see. It's going to be fascinating to see how that plays out. So get into this polls, folks. I just posted those 37, 40 minutes ago. We'll see how they go tomorrow when we do the live streams tomorrow. Cool VIP, as we say, cool VIP. Well, look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah, baby. Oh my goodness, 15.7. 15. Hex crypto and chill, without the chill part. Hex crypto and chill. I worry about server loads. It's going to be big. Yeah. Well, they've got. Hopefully, they're going to be on to that. Great White. I mean, they should be well aware. Even if they have to get a data specialist in, maybe a consultancy, just to make sure that they've got that covered, and obviously the security around it. DOS attacks or anything. I don't know how that impacts things. Obviously, Ethereum and that seem to be up and running very well with that. I haven't heard much about any that sort of thing. DOS attacks or anything like that. We see a lot of the small crypto projects often get DOS attacks, right? So if you've got IT skills, let us know in the chat what you think about those sort of issues. The other thing, of course, is Polygon had bot attacks, right? And they had to lift the GUI from 1 GUI to 30 GUI. Just wonder whether Pulsechain will have that issue in it too. Paul O'Shea's in the house. Hey, I'm locally high too, says Paul. Hey, nice one there, Paul. Good to see you in the chat. And Thompsonator's in the house with the rockets and the big bombs and the explosions. I love it. But by Pulsechain says, do you think Pulsechain could 1,000x in a year? Yeah, I do. Definitely do there. That's definitely in the realm of possibilities. And Cool Vip says Craig, absolutely cool Vip. And we got Thompson said 25 views and only 18 likes. Get them likes up, family. Yeah, that's the thing. We haven't really focused on the likes. And then of course I realized today we had quite a few people on the second live stream, and we're sitting at 93 likes. And of course we had people coming in and out watching the live stream. But then of course after we said that, it just jumped up all the way up to 120. So that's really nice. If you liking's easy, it's free. Just click the button. It helps with the algorithms, that's for sure. So yeah, get onto it. 31 now. Lol, smash that like. You're up to what, 20? Yeah, I've got 30. How about my one's not up to date? I better refresh my Windows screen, my screen there. 20 likes there. So definitely smash the likes there, folks. 21. We're getting up there. And what else we got? Remember we got those coins off exchanges, free, half liquidity pair, underrated. Yeah. Hey, so yeah, just a couple of tips out there. If you want to get the airdrop on Pulsechain, make sure you get your coins off exchanges. They won't be counted, right? They'll be counted, but getting them off the exchange, like getting the exchange to credit you, that's going to be a hard ask, right? That's going to be a hard ask. It's really best to get them onto your own wallets, where you own the keys on the Ethereum blockchain. If you got them on if you got a whole ton of assets on other chains, and you want to get those copied over, you need to get them onto Ethereum. So, particularly like Matic, if you got Matic on Polygon, Hex on Polygon, you need to shift those off. Otherwise, you won't get credit for them as doubled up. So just remember that stuff like that don't get tricked out. Exchanges, other chains, really important that you don't lose out on any value. It's very important, yeah. So we're getting up there, folks. And of course, let's go to the daily. Just to hopefully this is not going to ruin my chart here, but yeah, it ruined it. There we are. So let's go to daily. We are so close. Look at this. We are so close. I'm going to take off the overlay. Doesn't work. How do you hide just one asset? I want to hide one, but not actually. We're going to put the light there. So we're zooming on here. We are so close to breaking out of this long-term upward stream here. 16.2 cents, like I say, that's key. But look, we're starting to get the green candles in, yeah. It's going to be cool. I'm going to scroll that in, but look at that. So just starting to move out here. This is critical, man. We've been underneath this thing for 220 days, this resistance here with the big solid orange line. And it looks like we might just break out of there in the next day. Maybe this weekend's looking good, right? I feel it's going to be unlikely that we'll come back down again. In any case, we're about to move out of the triangle anyway, and within a matter of time. So yeah, not too far away. And how many days we got? Only a few. 17, is it? 17 to the 15th. Yeah, 16, 17. So it's not. Time is running short there. I'm gonna pull that up. Bam. I don't have my auto adjust on this chart. That's probably why I'm having to do this. That's pretty good though. That's looking good. What happened to my overlay? I lost my overlay. I lost it. Oh no. I had a little arrow there. It's gone. I don't even know how to get that back, to be honest. That's disappeared. I had it. I'm not even sure where we put that back. But anyway, I'm babbling there a little bit. Babbling. Stop babbling. Rod Fitzpatrick says, I received 2 lots of PLSX from one address ending with 9942 and the other ending with 960. I've heard the 960 address is dodgy. Do you know if that's correct? Yeah. So it's not dodgy. It's we think it's just it's got the same creator. So it's just probably the dev's address that they just did a first run. And then of course the 9942 was the second run, but that's actually now old. So that was what was actually put on the that was what actually put on the blockchain. But the actual sacrifice balance is updated to the 28th of April. So that's actually the real one, close to the one that you'll get from mainnet. Yeah, just take that into account. The airdrop that you got 9942 was the first version. That is the one that you actually physically got on the testnet. So yeah, the 990 AO is old, just 99942. Those are the test polls that are being used. Chris says the verification should also help counter the scammer accusations, Richard and Judd. and will reduce scammers posting in his social platforms, as RH said himself. Yeah, that's great. Hey, Thomas. Pascal Van Valette says, Pulse versus PulseX, who would outperform the other within the first year? Well, everyone wants the native chain. The tokens are about the same. So there's about 17. We're ignoring the origin accounts, the supply. So that's the assumption we're making. And, of course, treating it like it does X in the Hex holdings. And so, therefore, we're left with about 17 trillion in the public hands on PulseX and about 13.3 trillion in the public on Pulsechain. But then on Pulsechain, we have to add the AMM bot, and it will get about 2.5% of supply. So that's about up to 3.2 trillion. So we might be looking at about 16.5 trillion versus 17 trillion on the PulseX. So it's kind of almost close. Then we have to say, well, what value? How do you value those two chains? And typically the native token for the chain is the one that's done the big returns. And so you've got to say, how will PulseX? PulseX is like unlike any other DEX that we've seen before, with the awesome tokenomics and the buy and burn, the total supply at the beginning, all that sort of stuff. So it's going to be fascinating. The native chain will be attracted to some of the big whales, and of course speculated up. So typically, I'm kind of feeling that both of them will do well, but Pulsechain, in my view, will probably be more likely to do well over the same period. But that being said, PulseX might surprise to the upside. So typically native chains do win out, but like I say, PulseX will probably smash a lot of the rest of the DEXs that we see in terms of upgrades, in terms of price ups. So I definitely think that's the case. But the native chain is going to be hard to beat because not because of the financials. The financials of PulseX are miles superior, but basically because of the way people perceive the native chain. So it's all about perception from the big whales. It's more conservative too. The big whales have more conservative investment into Pulse. It's just about liquid loans. Was asked this by Jesse, the pit boss, and he was saying, are you going to do a liquid loans for Pulse X and for Hex? He said, no, that's the risk factors involved is different than compared to Pulse. And I think that's what the big whales see as well. And so I think that catalyst for Pulse is going to be very important. So that's the perception. But on top of that, we've also got the sacrifice ratio. So we've got only around 50,000 wallets for Pulse and about 150,000 wallets for PulseX. So we've got that 3-to-1 ratio on that too. And then, of course, we've got the fact that you've got people coming over the bridge. So with the perception value, the risk return value perception by bigger whales and the 3-to-1 ratio, I think that's what Pulse will probably go be the big one that people are after first. And then, of course, remember, there's a lot of it's already locked in liquidity pools, 3.2 trillion approximately, and of course the public amount's smaller, so about 12.4, something like that, I said. And of course, that's where we're going to get the ratio. And then, of course, everyone coming over the bridge is going to want both PulseX and Pulse, but of course the chain will probably be up first, is my guess. A lot of people won't understand PulseX that are coming over. It will take them a little while to work that one out. Obviously, we all know. But it'll take a bit of time to work it out. So the relativity, I think, is going to favor Pulse for those reasons. But then, of course, later on, the financials of PulseX will become more evident, and people then will relatively waver back into PulseX there as well. So obviously, there's a big disparity in the ratio. Some people might actually trade their Pulse for PulseX, right? If ratios get silly, then PulseX becomes a very attractive thing. So I think that's probably what will pick up a lot of that. And then, of course, I think a lot of that wealth's going to end up flowing into Hex too. So I think all of them are going to lift, but it's just a relativity between them that might play out at different times. That's kind of my view on that. We'll see. Illustrious says, on Pulsechain announcement, I remember the airdrop would only last a month and then get harvested after. Is that still the case? No, the airdrop's going to be instant. So as soon as Pulsechain goes live, it will probably they'll probably run the airdrop code as well, and it will drop it to all the wallets. So that should be up pretty much before the AMM bot. So we're going to get access to the chain after the AMM bot runs. So that's how we're going to see it. So the Pulsechain goes up AMM bot's going to run, then everyone will be able to ratio trade after that. So it's going to bump. But the airdrop will be there. The polls won't be set up until the AMM bot runs. What else we got going there? Question: If you only had got in and have 4 million Pulse X, what should someone do? Not financial advice, of course, but should we have a stack of cash for liquid, or swap Pulsex for Pulsechain? So I'm assuming you got no Pulse. Then I would definitely, if you can accumulate, the best time is to accumulate volumes in the first 3 to 4 months, and particularly if there's a dip. If you see a big run up, I just don't know if the dips are going to be as big as we've seen in other chains, because this is so much bigger, and so it's a tough one. But I would definitely, if you're talking about having stock of cash for liquid, I would definitely have some dry powder to pick up the dips, and you could particularly, if you've got already assets dropped over onto Pulsechain pre-bridge, then you could ratio trade some really attractive ERC20s. Maybe some of the top 50 coins are good candidates. And so, yeah, you could possibly do that. And that'd be the best time, because remember, each of the pools going to have different PLS versus it. And so you'll be able to get a better rate maybe in some of the ERC20s than you might get in the Hex pool, for example, because maybe too many people are trading down the Hex that were more than anticipated, trading, kind of pushing that price ratio of Hex to PLS down. And maybe you'll get a better deal with another ERC20. So it's going to be interesting. That's kind of, we are getting a lot of people buying Hex to ratio trade with PLS, but we've also got a lot of people with PLX doing it. But obviously, if you're in a different pair, you might actually get a better rate before, just for a little while. Anyway, a little while before, the pools get evened out. So yeah, Bob arbitrage type thing. Bob Flish says, I'm going to have. Did I answer that question properly? I think I did. I have 4 million Pulse. Liquid cash, yeah, pick up the dips, swap PLS for Pulsechain. Yeah, well, that's why I've just give a preamble on that, on the old, where I think Pulse will probably do a bit better. But it depends on what you've got. If you've got no Pulse, you might want to go 50-50. You could go 50-50. You just got to be careful of the ratio. As soon as you move away from 1-to-1 ratio, I think you're whenever the other ratio gets better. So if Pulse is 2-for-1 for two Pulse X for 1 Pulse, you're saying that Pulse is going to at least do twice as good, right? So, and the price is going to do at least twice as good as your Pulse X. Just remember that. Yeah, you just got to think about that. But if you're going to ratio trade, you should do it at the beginning. Maybe do a 50-50 is possibly something you could look at. Price is at 15.7. Boom, we're pumping. Man, this would be really cool if we have the whole live stream is just non-stop pumping, like it was earlier today. Bob Flish King says, am I going to have a day off work for the mainnet launch and watch Hex Token Socials? Hey, Blobfish, I don't know. Are we doing a 72-hour? I have to talk to Craig. Are we doing a 72-hour live stream? Who knows? I don't know whether either of us could do that. I think Craig's starting a new job, I think, next week. Yeah. Hey, Craig, let me know if you want to come on. I know you're still awake, so let me know if you want to come on the live stream. Just hit me up in Discord or something, or just let me know. We're out in the general chat there. Yeah, definitely join onto Discord. We're at 258 members, and you could be number 259. So get on there. Next target is 300 members on Discord. So definitely get in there. Price is pumping. We've got a good live stream going. Chris says, illustrate, that was the free pulse for ETH holders that will no longer be taken back if not claimed after a month. Yeah. So you're still getting it 1 pulse for ETH. And of course, if you sacrifice for PulseX, you're going to get 1 pulse. If you didn't sacrifice a pulse, but you sacrifice a PulseX, you get 1 pulse in your sacrifice. So people will have pulse to be able to do transactions. There's also faucets, free pulse. There's going to be a faucet. There'll be other faucets as well, no doubt. We can get free stuff. Obviously, Internet Money, when they have their wallet up, that will probably be later though, after launch. They'll have free pulse in the Internet Money wallet too. So there's going to be a few opportunities to pick up some pulse. Even if it's small, it will still be enough to do lots of transactions. Maybe even obviously if Pulse does 10,000x, it could actually be worth quite a bit. So yeah, double bottom looks good to me. Woo-hoo-hoo, says Coconut. Hey, Coconut, good to see you in the house. Yeah, double bottom. Yeah. And Chris says no need to do that now. Where we at? Did I jump through there? Claimed meaning moved to a different public address. Well, no need to do that now. Did like loose. Repulse for holders. Okay, cool. So DB Cooper's in the house. Good to see DB. And as it's such a minimal amount being given free to ETH holders, if it's their own wallet, not on the exchange. And Superman, you must be live for launch first 48 hours. I know you don't sleep, says Great White. That's hilarious, man. That's hilarious. Thompson has got the rockets and bombs. Well, you know, the live stream, we're going to do a decent live stream, don't we? There's going to be so many content creators, man. There'll be quite a few panels. I know Discord Syndicate will be running a panel. Who else will be running a panel? Who else does panels? Maybe Matty Allen, if he's not on Discord Syndicate, will run a panel. Craig Wedding probably run a panel. And who else runs panels? Those are the three main ones, is it? Matty Allen, Discord Syndicate. Wales only has a lot of guests, but I don't know if you call them quite panels. I'm just trying to think. I have a feeling there's one more show. Oh, Cabana Crypto runs panels. So is that it? I think we got them all. Don't forget, Richard Hart's going to be on a ladies' night or something. There's a whole ton of ladies on there. Richard will love that for sure. James Bond in the house with the emojis. Looking good. Live again. Epic. Yes, yeah. James Bond in the house, folks. And we've got the Prestige in the house chat. Nice. I got a whole ton of little CC joints, but I have to eat those later. I had a couple earlier anyway when I put Richard Hart's video on. Let's play another little Richard Hart video. This is a different one. I still don't know what the other video I have is. It's Richard Hart as well, but I'm not sure what that is. This one's really short. This one's only like 30 seconds or something.
My next Pulsechain and PulseX are the next things to launch. They're soon, like less than 2 months. The best guesses I have from devs are mid-May. That's the best guesses I've got, which is less than a month. So
that says it all. That video is a lot more concise than the other one. The other one goes on a little bit, but hey, that's all right. Superman never sleeps. No, but Superman did run away from the last live stream. There was a spider behind me. Superman was running from Spider-Man. That spider was chillingly. I didn't even find it. I had kept an eye on it, and I couldn't find it when I wanted it. And it's still running around this place, and it's a scary menace. So wish me the best overnight. It's gonna be a bit of a horror story. He's back, says Heads Down Under, back from the spider fight, which I never had because the spider's somewhere around. Wish me luck. It's terrible having arachnophobia, but that's just the way it is. Was it about 1 in 5 people? I don't know, 1 in 10. Must be fairly common actually, to be honest. I don't know if there used to be this movie with spider arachnid movie. It was like super famous, and it was we have a thing called Avondale spiders here, and that was in the movie. And of course, they're scary as. To be honest, I'm not sure if I've actually ever seen one, but in the movie there were just thousands of these things. They were taking over like town or something, and they were coming out of the woodwork. It's pretty fun, pretty hilarious little horror movie. There's a couple of Kiwis watching this channel, I know, so you'll probably know some of the info about that. Thought New Zealand had no spiders, James said. We do have spiders, but we don't have. We do have. I think we have little whitebacks, little tiny ones. The smaller ones are typically the more dangerous ones, and I think they're quite scary. Andrew says, "Is it a Nelson cave spider?" I don't think so. I haven't even seen. I've only been to Nelson once, so I'm not sure. Arachnophobia, name of the movie. Arachnophobia, yeah. I think that is the name of the phobia, yeah. So it's got the Avondale spider there. I hate spiders and mosquitoes, yeah. Definitely mosquitoes and spiders. Whitetails, yeah, whitetails, that's it. Whitetails. So New Zealand doesn't really have poisonous creatures. You know, it's not like Australia. It's actually probably, I think New Zealand's probably got the safest country from the point of view of dangerous animals, but we do have a few little things like the whitebacks, which you often don't see them though, very rare. Like I've never been touched by one ever. I have seen a couple here and there. What is that yellow line at 15.8? This one here. That line there. That is just saying that we got the higher. We're getting higher highs, and so we broke that high there, and so we're just moving up here. This is our target here. This orange line. That's 15.8, but we're at 15.8, but we want to go above it. We want to get to 16.2, and that would smash us out of the long-term price. Can we see the long-term price on here? No, where's it gone, actually? The long-term price disappeared. Not sure what happened. The long should be there. Where is it? I'm not sure why it's not showing. It's bizarre. Coconut says, no thanks, lol. Yeah. What else we got? I like greenbacks, says James. Me too. Greenbacks. We all like greenbacks. What's that thing crawling on the brim of your hat? Hopefully nothing there, DV. You're terrible. That would be absolutely terrifying if that was the case, DV. I think Pulse is going to get massive adoption. It's just so well designed. Let's go. Absolutely, Chris, agree. And lol, says James. I have to look. Chris is trying. DB is trying to get me, so I had to look in my monitors to check my hat. But there we are. I used the tricks there. That's the tricks. We've got the emojis from Great White and over 1.3 billion hex in Maxi to be locked. 1.3 billion hex in Maxi to be locked. 5 for 5 this weekend. You think so? Who's going to put in all that hex? That would be incredible if we got that much. I think we have a good chance of hitting 300 mil on that Maxi. I think that's possible. You'd have to have one of the very biggest wallets liquid, and there are a couple that could do that. That could put in a billion probably. I thought we had about 3 or 4 non-OA wallets that were a billion, but I could be wrong. That was a long time ago. That stat came out. I haven't seen many stats because Gunther the Counter I don't think's been doing a lot of work on this stuff lately. Is it Orca? I think Orca might be the other one that does stuff. Is it Orca and Gunther that does stuff on the Origin account? This airdrop is going to change crypto as we know it. I think so too, Charles. I think it's pretty amazing, really, what can be done. But like I say, you got to have the markets looking up at this level. The markets need so we can transfer this wealth, into the Pulse chain. We're just slowly riding up, zigzag. We're on a 15-minute here. Let's have a look at the 5-minute. Why not? Let's do it. Was it 5-minute? Look, is it weird? Yeah, there's 5-minute chart for you. Just inching there. Look at the little volume candles. Little volume. That's hilarious. But we'll go back to the 15 minutes. I think that's fine. We have to get crazy. Otherwise, you're going down to the minute chart. You get some little bot trades with the minute chart going. That'd be pretty cool. 15, looking good. Sorry about that. I accidentally moved the mouse. This is the problem with the Apple mouses. They're so smooth. I mean, they're so easy to move. But I think you can obviously slow down the mouse movement. DB Cooper is a great story. I think it already has changed it. And me too, D Money. I am legend. Yeah. Now everyone talking about sacrifice, says D Money. Fly me to the moon. Yeah, well, the other thing, we've got nice one there, Tan Coops. The other thing is that, isn't it funny, when we had Pulsechain in July last year, the sacrifice, we ran that. We thought, there's a lot of people around. Honestly, when Pulsechain sacrifice was on, between the 15th of July and the 3rd of August, that was the official period. After that, we had a tail period all the way up to 6th of April this year. But the crazy thing is that basically from the end of December, you got a really less than 1 pulse, I think, was per dollar. I think that's the rate was pretty bad. Anyway, the thing is that we had so many people. We thought we had a lot of people back then, and then of course we had all these people after the 3rd of August last year. We had so many people coming in saying, can I sacrifice a pulse? They go, yeah, you can, but the rate's going up by 5% per day. And that's what I said. By the end of December, I think you were getting less than 1, at least maybe early January, you were getting less than 1 pulse per dollar, I think. So pretty crazy stuff. And then what was the other thing? Yes, and then when we had the Pulsechain sacrifice between 30th of December and the 25th of February, which was about 58 days, we had plenty of big room there for people to come in. And then we still had people coming in those people coming in saying, you want to sacrifice a Pulsechain so I can get trade some of my stuff with Pulse, because I missed the Pulse chain, right? Now we got people coming in after PulseX is finished with the official close on the 6th of April, like Pulsechain, and they're coming in and going, oh, I missed out on Pulsechain and I missed out on PulseX, but I want to get some Pulse and PulseX. You know, it's like, it just shows you how it's growing and changing things, right? People coming in and the community's getting bigger. We had 50,000 wallets for Pulsechain, 150,000 approximately, give or take, for PulseX, and now, you know, how much bigger it's going to get by the time we get Pulsechain launched, with all these people saying, I've got no Pulse or PulseX, I want to get it. And that's not even to do with all the people on, you know, all the wallets over on Ethereum and all the others. It's really is just gets bigger. And yeah, it's going to be all consuming. When people find out the biggest airdrop, man, no one, it's going to be clueless. It's going to be really, really amazing. It's going to be mind blowing. Like I said, I don't think we'll see anything this big unless we see like a technological change. So you typically, the only thing is when you get some new technology, and always joke about the quantum blockchain. That's probably the only thing. People always talk about, you know, how you have a quantum computer. That's even if any of the computers are actually, you know, how they talk about quantum computers. It's even if any of them are actually real quantum computers. I have a lot of doubt about that. But even if they are, then you need a quantum blockchain to be able to beat out the quantum computer from unraveling your block codes. It'll be pretty fun. Your hashes. Chris is in the house there. Nice. The sunrise. Hey, we're up to 50 people. Hey, welcome everybody. That's pretty cool for a late night session. Obviously, Hex price is pumping. We're watching it. Let me just pull this over a little bit. It's probably a little bit too far to the left there. How's that? That looks pretty good. I like that view. That looks pretty pumpalicious there. Andrew's got, once I see the non-Hexicans start to talk about Pulsechain, and it is up there in the top 10 of CoinMarketCap to legitimize us, and I'll get warm, comfy feelings. That's a really good point. I like where you're heading there. I3's in house. You think EHEX will dump after PLS? I think there will be a bit of selling. I do think that, but I think the big whales will be looking at Hex on Ethereum. So I think we could get a retail dumpers, maybe a few bigger wallets too. But there's definitely going to be volatility on the ETH side. And it just depends on how high Hex rises before the launch there. So just be careful out there. If you do see, or we do see a massive price rise in Hex, you know, just think about your profitability position. Think about the fact that it could be quite a bit of volatility, especially with a massive run up. So yeah, you got to look out for yourself, and just make sure that you don't get caught on a volatile market too much. The positive, of course, that Pulsechain is actually positive for both chains, because success of Pulsechain kind of rubs off on Ethereum, but in practice, you're going to get some people selling ETH. I've already seen people say, I'm going to sell. These are small retailers. It's not the big ones, saying I want to sell some Hex on ETH to trade over to bridge over to buy more Pulse and PulseX. So there we are. D-Money says, remember ETH fees? Yeah, remember ETH fees. That's true. Exciting times for the community. Is so awesome. Absolutely is awesome. Thomas Turner said, my bad. That was a yield and time, 236 million contract. That's all good. And Mark Anthony says, anyone know why my Hex stake says sample only? All of a sudden, thanks. You must be on the Pulsechain testnet 2B. It must be your network, Mark. Switch to the ETH network. Yeah. Hexonium says there will be correction on EHEX after PLS. No dump. Yeah, I think that's probably a good way of looking at Hexonium. It's a good summary. Yes, that's sort of it. Thanks, D-Money. I'm still learning as I go along. That's all good, Mark. And thanks, D-Money in the house. James Bond says, who doesn't like near zero gas? So many small fish can't afford to use Uniswap. PulseX is going to get mass adoption. Yeah, my only question with that, James, is just what happened to Polygon with the I'm not just with Polygon with the gas prices. Remember they had a lot of bot attacks, and they had to they were up at like 6 million transactions per day, and of course they had to raise the GWAI from 1 GWAI to 30 GWAI to try and deal with that. I should probably look a bit more into that, but that's basically what they did as a summary. And then the transaction volume went down to about 3 or 4 million a day on Polygon. I'm not sure what it is at the moment, but it's been pretty consistent around that mark. So yeah, is it Polyscan? Yeah, Polyscan. So cool. Interesting. So I expected Hex will reach to its highest price while laughing PLS and can make new all-time high in May last to June. You mean at the end of May? May last to June, right? Okay, yeah, that's probably a fair comment there. PLS is also going to be listed on a major exchange, so much more exposure coming. True, agree, Chris. Good observation. And Mark Anthony said, "Yeah, sort of. Thanks, guys. Yeah, awesome." Hey, what's the star? I've got a star on here in the studio. I've never clicked it, but maybe it puts the comment to the top. Cool. Don't forget to get in the poll that I talked about earlier. We've got two polls on the channel about swapping. If you're going to ratio swap there, like I say, as soon as you depart from 1 to 1, you're basically saying the other token's going to outperform. So just remember that if you're going to be swapping, because really it's pretty much the same sacrifice ratios were there for the most part. The volume multiplier is a bit different because obviously the number of participants and stuff is different on the chain, so your average will be a bit different. But other than that, looking good. 51 minutes already, man. This is crazy. I felt like it was 5 minutes. 51 minutes went in 5 minutes. That's it. I think that's down in New Zealand. The time is so much slower as we move across the globe. We get down to the point where 1 hour is like 6-7 minutes. That's crazy. I'm just kidding. It's crazy. Now, often the other thing they say about being down under is that the toilet apparently is supposed to flush the other way, but I don't know if that's true. I still don't know. Even after all these years on this planet, I still don't know if that's actually true. So there we are. There's some trivia for you. Hey, PUSD, I was back at 314, so it's trying to make a recovery. Is this the retrace? This is on the 4 hourly. Let's look at the hourly on this. We're going to try to recover here. Man, it's made some mad gains, some great value for people. What do we say? $3,200 if you're a dolphin US, so that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty mad gains there on that. Hey, but what will this do? Get up this $8 million now? Will it get up to 25 million? That'd be $10 PLSD. Yeah. Oh, it'd be funny if this thing maybe in a month's time is like worth $100 each. That'd be funny. That would. That'd be what, $250 million Pulse Dodge coin. $250 million market cap. That'd be insane. 15.7. We're going. We're still jumping up there. There's no OGs unstaking and selling their bags at this moment, so that's cool. Now the liquidity has been lessened, right? Let's go to the liquidity. I'm going to go to, is that on Hex charts? No, Dextools. No, not Dextools. I'm already on Dextools. Hex charts. Let's have a look at there. That might have a good breakdown. All right, so we've got the 104 million Hex. No, 70 million on that one, and 26. That can't be right. That can't be right. Let's go to Hex daily charts. That doesn't look right to me, mate. As we say, sound like a complete yo-yo. That don't look right to me. Yeah, 144 million. That sounds a bit better. Don't know what's happening with the Hex chart. This page. Something's wrong with the linkage. Anything else on there that's interesting? No, that's pretty much it. I'll jump out of there. So Hex daily stats, 144 million, 24.8 million USD in the pool. That's up about $5 million or $6 million actually. What we're at there, we're at 168 million earlier today. So how many hours ago? That was 10 hours ago. We were at 168 million Hex in the liquidity pool, and we're now at 144. So that's down 24 million Hex is gone, been bought from the looks of it, or maybe some of it's been pulled out of liquidity. I don't know. 23.9 million in the USDC, and we got 24.8. So that's $1 million. We had 2,592 ETH, and now we've got 2,800. So that's up like 200. So not too bad. Not too bad in the office. So yeah, 144 million. Man, if we can get back under 100 million, woohoo! Rock on. That's not a lot of Hex, man, in the pool. It's amazing how fast it goes, and the price goes up from the square, so it's pretty crazy. Actually, let's get on. Are we on Dex Tools? No, we're on Streamers. So let's go. Let me get out of here. Let me. What are we going to do here? We're going to swap this around. No, we're going to swap this around. We're going to do. Hopefully this will work. But let's try $1 million buy at the moment. What will that get us? $1 million buy. That would get us. It's not 133. No, yeah, that's right. So that a $1 million at the moment would buy us 6.2 million Hex, and that would be a well, without using 1 inch or something like that, that would give us a 2.42% slippage there. I was hoping it was going to have the average price, but it doesn't seem to have that. 2.2%. So that's not too bad. But if we jump that up to, let's jump that up to 10 million. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That would take us what slippage? So we had 2.43, a 10 million buy. That's going to get us 54 million Hex, but a 14% price rise. So that's a 5. So that's definitely a pretty strong slippage there. That's just in the one pool, so you wouldn't want to buy like that. You would want to use the 1 inch or matcher or something like that as we etch our way up higher. Where did I get into? D-Money says true. Pull it flush, not true, says DB. Okay, that's not true. Interesting, says D-Money. And time flies when you're having fun, or is it daylight savings? Daylight savings finished, I think it was 2 weeks ago. Something like that. Maybe 3 weeks ago. Not sure what ended. April, yeah, 2 weeks ago. Wife changing gains, says DB. That's interesting. Wife changing gains. D-Money in the house there. Yeah, I was watching some YouTube video, random stuff, you know how you do. And I was watching the Johnny Depp thing. I can't remember his partner's name or ex-partner or whatever. And I was watching, what's the other guy? Will Smith and is it Jada something? Yeah, it was just interesting that they were the two guys were had the bad rap, and now it's like moved to the ladies. The ladies got the bad rap. Once you find out more about what's going on in the vaccine, it's quite interesting. Christy is loving this Hex pump. Everyone knows launch is imminent. Woohoo, it is, and we're still arguably, if it's mid-May, we're still 16 days out, unless Richard does one of these shock and awe launches, which is always possible. 5th of May to 5:55 p.m. Come on Hex, yeah, come on Hex, says James, absolutely. And come on PLSD, yeah, that's doing $3.27. You're working on that, James. That's definitely back on the up there. But man, oh man, how high is that going to go before it has a major pullback? When are people going to sell some of their PLSD into that? D-Man says, wait till you guys see Hex liquid in B instead of M. Wait till you guys see Hex liquid in B instead of M. B instead of M. You have to let you know what that means, D. I'm just not, maybe it's too late in the day. I just can't quite think of what that means. April 2020, Hex is still in the 0005 range, April the 22, and it's 15-cent range. Yeah, that's a good point, Rod. If it continues to follow that trend, then by April 2024, could it possibly be $200 to $500, 300 range? That would be unbelievable, yeah. That would be pretty cool, Rod. I like you. We're heading. The tokenomics of this is utopian, says Steve Money. And good morning, Superman. Academiciated in house. Academiciated. Some of the names that people got, man. That's a struggle for the old Kiwi accent. James Bond says, "Is that your future boat in the background, Superman?" Yeah, I would hope so. And what else we got? Billion million. Yeah, billion million. All right, billion. Sorry. Okay, so let's read D-Money again. Wait until you guys see Hex liquid in the billion instead of millions. Hex liquid. Well, wouldn't you want to be the other way around? Millions. Hopefully I'm following that properly. I apologize if I'm not. Did I miss the spider reveal? No, the spider lives long. It's honestly, it was terrifying. It was one of these fast arachnids. It was pretty terrifying, to be honest. I have no idea where it is. It's terrifying. to think that that thing is walking around my room. It's just horrific. 70-cent Hex within 3 weeks. Woohoo! That would be pretty badass. And that was my previous target, was 70 cents, so that would work out well. $300 Hex sounds fair enough, says James. Yeah, well, if you actually get to 300, if you actually got to $300 Hex, why would you? You know, you would only need to sell a little volume, right? But the question is, how much of the market's going to get to the point where they only sell what they need rather than sell it all? You know what I mean? Like if you only sold what you need, then a lot of Hex wouldn't even hit the market, right? But of course, we know there's always players out there that decide to go, nah, I'm going to sell it all. I'm going to take as much as I can. I'm on a runner. I'm going to go to Mexico, down to I don't even know what the beaches are in Mexico. There's some famous beaches there. I'm going to go down there and hang out, keep away from the tax man or something like that. What is a man? I've seen so many movies. I should know at least a couple of beaches in Mexico. Tijuana Go Bay, something like that. Gary Frisk says, good morning all. Gary Frisk says, this guy never sleeps. That's hilarious, man. This is a special pump. This is a special pump live stream. Hex crypto price prediction and analysis. We're mostly doing it, and of course Hex chart price chart live watch. We're basically I already did the price analysis in the previous live stream. We're kind of trying to hit that target. 16.2 cents. That's our bullish thing. Let's actually go to the daily. We might as well. We've got lots more people in, so we'll go back to the daily and have a look at that. We're on the 15-minute there. Look at that. We are so close to breaking out of this this huge, massive triangle that decided to capture Hex. This is like a spaceship. Wanted to capture Hex here. And of course, we are so close to busting out of this thing once and for all. And yeah, looking good there. We had the end of Pulsechain here, 25th, the official. The Hex all-time high, 6-month doubling. We passed that, and we did not move out of it before then. We had the official end of both sacrifices, 6th of April, and now we keep moving out from there. We have got our anticipated Pulsechain launch mid-May, and we are only 16 days away from that, excluding today. And that's not a long time as all. A long time in crypto, though, but not a long time as for normal people in normal lives. But we're starting to get these green candles, and we're going to get this green parabolic. We had to keep moving this. Remember, this was all over here. We had to keep moving it around. But hey, that's just the way it goes. So cool. Yeah, we've got some volume candles coming in. Volume candles. That's probably important. So yeah, like I say, the 16.2 cents would bust us past that green, the orange resistance, and we'd be out of there once and for all. I think that's exciting. So we could be watching that right now in this live stream. We could be witnessing the breakdown after 220 days. I should have said that on the title. I should have said 220-day resistance about to be broken. That would have been a good title. I might do that tomorrow if we haven't broken it today. I might do that tomorrow. That would be a good title. All right, so let's jokes aside, but that was serious. But jokes aside, I made something serious a joke. I don't know what's that called, a meme. I don't know. Is that satire? I don't know, something like that. All right, so there we are. Bring that in. Boom! Look at that. Woohoo! We like that. That's what the chart we like. We like this chart. We're going to get that in there. I am on the 15-minute here. There's a 15-minute chart, not the 1 hour. That's a 1 hour chart. We're on a 15-minute, and man, does it look badass or what? That's about there. That's probably good. I hope you weren't getting dizzy with that move around. It was hardcore. What else we got? Chris says Utopian, love it. Hex pump, woohoo! He says Chris, absolutely. Property review, loving the pump live stream. Yeah, that's the way we're going there. Property review. We are covering the live stream Hex crypto price prediction and analysis. Hex price chart live watch, and so we're having fun. Chris says great design succeeds. Says Chris, absolutely. Market fit, as a good market fit. That's what we've got. And what did I miss overnight? Says Gary Fisk. I don't know. It's daytime here, so I'm not sure. The price has been moving up consistently since you've been asleep there, Gary. That's probably the way I'd put it. Academe, I've got to say academe. That's what I'll say. Academe. Going to borrow value via Hedron, similar to liquid loans. Oh, are you doing that? Okay, that's cool. You're the first person I've heard that said that. I know people have been lending against it, but that's interesting. Going to borrow value via Hedron, similar to liquid lines, and Pulsechain, never ever selling the golden geese. So you're actually going to borrow Hedron against your stakes, your HSI stakes, and you're going to, what are you buying with it? Let me know. Let me know what you're buying. That's really exciting. Let me know if you are actually buying something with that, and if I interpreted your comment there correctly. Break the glass ceiling, absolutely. We're going to break that. And actually, we might as well put in our target. Let's put in our target. We're going to put it in 16.2. So that is our target. We're going to get rid of the arrow. We're going to get rid of the arrow, and that is our target. We're going to put a little text box in there because we're going to. That's what we're going to do. Target, price target. 16.2. Here we are. Bam. And we're going to put that green. We're going to, can I bold it? I don't know. I can do, it's got 20. That's pretty good. What else? That's it. I think that's it. And we'll take our line there. We'll pull that down. So we've got three support lines. We've got this bottom one here. We got this one here, and we've got this nice steep one at the moment. We're on this nice, really nice steep one, and that bodes well for hitting 16.2 cents when you got this steep. I think that's going to be good. That means the markets come on. The volumes have paid off, puddled a little bit smaller in the last hour or two, but it's still going. So there we are. I think we'll leave it at that. Break it out, says Dirty Paws. Yeah, hey, Dirty Paws, good to see you. Squidlord says, I don't know how you do all this. I'm busy just watching it all, says Squidlord. That's hilarious, man. I love it. I love it. That's awesome, man. 2 days till May, ramping up, absolutely. And hey, this is far more fun. I think far more fun in crypto than it is in Forex exchange, in commodity markets. I used to trade oil and other commodities, gas and things. It's a lot more exciting than any of those markets. Yeah, it's just something about crypto. It's just so cool. Just the returns probably, and the project, the technology is just so much more diverse and innovative. Yeah, in terms of contract specification stuff, it's pretty cool. Squidlord says, I'm going to claim Dodge. I'm going to claim Dodge on the staker. On the staker. Okay, cool. Well, David Feder has a video on that, didn't he? So if you already know how to do it, that's fine. But I think David Feder did have a video on that. Lau says, the worst part of watching this pump is knowing I have to wait 4 hours till I get off work to buy Hex from my recently converted NFT money. That is an issue. Hey, you never know. You might just capture one of these pullbacks. So it goes up and you capture a pullback. You might just capture one of those, and then might just pull back in there. So how high is this going to go? We've got this one to that one. So that was 3.6%. So we'll take this one up to that one and go 3.6. What's that? 3.6. That might get us up to 16 cents. So before we have a little pullback there. So you might be in luck. 3.6. I guess I should have done it on the absolute, but hey, percentages is fine. I3 says Richard Hart needs to make a country for Hex PLX holders only. Well, he is going. He said he wants to do something like that, but I think he's accepted the fact that it's probably more realistic to do an economic zone. So I think that's what he's doing. Economic zone. Obviously land is pretty hard. Pulse and Hex, the crypto Quan, says Property Review. Absolutely Quan. Show me the Quan. Yeah, that's a great movie. Show me the Quan. I think it's all right. Tom Cruise. Rod Fitzpatrick says, I'm quite confident Hex can go well into the I'm quite confident that Richard Hart can go. Oh, sorry, Hex that can go into the $1,000 range. Just not sure how long. Maybe 5+ odd years. Yeah. That's probably a reasonable time frame. You really have to. That liquidity has to really eaten up. Way more people. What we've got like 446,000 wallets. So obviously quite a few of those are probably old wallets, just not doing much, but 92,000 stakers, maybe 92,000 stakers, depending on which data you look at. And then Yeah, man, it's going to change. 2 years from now, we could have millions, millions of people in it. Like let's say 2-3 million. Let's just be on the modder side. Modder side, that's cool. And you're already up there quite a bit. We've got 400 so many wallets, so I think that's not too bad. Yeah. Pulse Dodge new PLSD price 3.2. Nice one. Yeah, we've got that 3.2 there. It's looking all right there on the Pulse Dodge here property review. Lyle says Crown thinks it's going to 24 cents in a week. Crown, who's that? Who's Crown? Is that a news agency or an investment thing, or is that a YouTuber? Let me know. 24 cents. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I wouldn't be surprised. We break. Oh, we got a little pump on. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone, mate. It's gone good. Let's get this one here. What did I say? 16. So we're going to put that up at 16. That is a 3.6 rise. That would be similar to these rises here in percentage terms, I think. Make sure I got that right. 3.5. Okay, this will be a bit more modest then. And 3.5 on the percentage. I probably should just do the coinage. 3.5. Yeah, it's close enough. 16. We'll just take it down a little bit there. That's terrible. All right, cool. I don't know what that was. I just scared myself with my own sound effects. And so that's our target. Let's see how we get on there. Brennan says, "Is that a spider?" Brennan, that seriously, guys, because it's like I gotta check, man. You guys are freaking me out here with the old spider stuff. Where is that thing, man? That's scary. That's scary stuff, man. You're scaring the heck out of me there, Brennan. Hi from Palmerston North. Hey, Hammy. Good to see you in Palmerston North. Palmerston North. Good old Palmy. Good old Palmy, as we say. This is how we really talk down under. We talk like this. No, we don't. We don't talk like... It probably sounds like that to Americans, like when I go to America. When I go into America, everyone was like stopping and listening to my accent. They were all going, "Wow, where are you from, partner?" And I go, "G'day, mate. I'm from Australia." Because that's all everyone knows. No one knows New Zealand. Go, "From Australia, mate. That's where I'm from. I'm from near Dunnyport, near the old ostrich egg farm or something like that." That's funny. We're turning this into a comedy show. Live here, late night comedy show. Man, is it so hard to find good comedy these days? Man, I mean, I've watched heaps of comedians on YouTube, and a lot of them are not that funny anymore, honestly. I'm trying to, they either swear their head off to make people laugh, or they just aren't that funny. Like the topics just not that clever. I like physical comedy too. I like really good physical comedy when people act out stuff. That's hilarious. I'm trying to think of who is a good example. Yeah, I mean, there are some good ones, don't get me wrong, but it's not like it used to be. I think there used to have heaps and heaps of them. Funny, if I can remember their names. He was a Scottish guy. He's a very good physical comedian. He was in Lord of the Rings. Just forget his name, because I forget names all the time. That's the problem. That's my Achilles heel, forgetting names. That's my kryptonite. Coconut says wokeness killed comedy for a bit there, but I feel like it's making a comeback. Yeah, I think so too, Coconut. I think Elon Musk buying the Twitter is probably the biggest thing to happen. And I did see the current administration's put in some left-wing nutter to try and do the Ministry of Disinformation. Can you believe it? She's completely raving nuts. She's got some video where she sings Mary Poppins and talks about disinformation and makes up a lot of rubbish on it. I watched that video earlier today. Talk about insane. Those people are just nutters. Dinglewolf says, "Hey, looking good. Pulse Dodge coin going down," says Dinglewolf. Don't say it ain't so, Dinglewolf. We're still at $3.18. It's still doing pretty well at this stage. Hasn't still got a chance to keep that momentum going. Might move sideways for a little bit. Our Hex chart's looking really good on the 15-minute chart. We are pumping it. Sorry, mate, couldn't help myself, said Brennan. Yeah, that's it. Brennan, it's a terrifying thought, honestly. I'm going to even have to do another expeditionary. I have to do an expeditionary mission before lights out here. I have to do that, knowing that predator is running around this room. It's horrific. It's not like Australia. Australia, they have the big spiders are as big as your hand. You know, like they're ginormous. Coconut says some of Elon's tweets are actually comedy gold. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, comedy gold. Cheers, everybody. I got a clear glass there. Pump is real. $15.7. Woohoo! We're rocking it on, and looking good. Looking good. Whoa! 15.8. Pumping, pump. Pumping, pump. We're pumping. I need a little soundtrack, eh? Need some sort of soundtrack when it goes up. Maybe I've still got to get the Richard Hart Konnichiwa video. I've still got to do that. I need to stop for an hour or two and just start looking for little clips like that. That'd be a good idea. I got to do that. This is some emojis in there. All right, let's see where we're going there. Brennan says predator. I don't know what that predator. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? We got Get Hex in the house. Hey, Get Hex, you arrived. Good to see you. Let's get it. I don't think you were here earlier, were you, Get Hex? Let me just go up to the top of the channel here. I don't think you were here. Good to see Get Hex in the channel. And Gary says, watched your stream last night before bed and woke up with you this morning. Since you see you more than my wife. That's hilarious. Don't let your wife know because I get in trouble. You know how it works. 15.8 cents, man. We are pumping it, and we're at 16 cents is our target, and then our breakout is 16.2. That's our breaking that long-term resistance. That's going to be a beautiful, beautiful moment. That will allow us to build some real momentum up into that 24-cent mark that someone else was talking about there up earlier. That's hilarious, Gary. Nice one. Next, I'm buying Coca-Cola, put the cocaine back and says Elon Musk. Yeah, that's true. I remember that when they took it out, and we complained about the time we could taste the difference, and we were really upset when they took that out. It was like really a shocker. Yeah, I definitely agree. It was a completely flavor difference. What year did they take that out? Was it the 90s or early 2000s? I can't remember now. I think I had a feeling it was like the late 90s or something. Pump it up, says Pulsar. Absolutely, Pulsar. Good to see you on the channel. And definitely pump it up. And yeah, Hex Token, I posted those emojis. I'm posting my own emojis. You need a sound deck for your stream, Hex Token. I agree, Brennan. I'm going to try and find something. You know, Trayvon has these cool sound effects. He goes, yay, and stuff like that. I think we could have a bit of that in there. We don't have to overdo it, but I think it would be a bit of fun. Good idea, says D-Money. Pump it up the jam. Pump up the jam. Pump it up. Pump it up, something like that. Pump it up, yeah. I've got the music down, and the music's down at 15. Yeah, the music's down at 15. I used to have it at 25, but it was just too loud, I thought. And then I had one or two people say, "Oh, the music's too loud." I had one content creator. One content creator says, "Oh, your music's too loud. That's why I'm going to grow faster than you and pass me by." He says, and I'm going, "Okay, good on you." It's funny what people say, man. Okay. All right, here we are, 118. May this hex pump never ends. Pulse saying, yeah, that's right, Chris. Hey, you know, it's so fun to see, eh? And the last time we saw this, remember this? I'm going to go back. We'll get out of here. I'll come back to this chart, but we're going to go back, and I have to reset it, unfortunately. And I don't have the buttons down the bottom here to reset the thing like I do on my other chart. I should probably use that chart, but because it's actually got the full history on it. But just the fact that I've got all this set up with the structure, it looks reasonably. Remember, we had the write-up on this. So we got these green candles at the moment here. Look at that. We got that at the moment. That's our green candles. And, of course, look, remember this, man. This was just absolutely epic. Look at that, man. That was just a beautiful thing. All the way from, what's it, the 12th of August, all the way up. And, of course, if you think about this, the first run there, that first run up to 29 days. 29 days of essentially pumpamentals. I mean, there were a couple of days in there where we moved sideways. essentially a month worth of pump, and that was 300%. That was insane. Pumping from 12 cents to 48 cents. Wasn't that awesome? 12 cents, 48 cents. That was a beautiful little pump there. So hey, what are we going to have happen here? It's going to be interesting. We did see that the fact that we have so much less liquidity. We're down. I don't know if there's updates in real time. I thought it does. We're at 144. Oh my gosh, man. Remember, we're at 144 million. Now we're at 141. You guys saw it before. We're at 144 million. Now we're at 141 million. Oh, man, that's cool. Bring on 100K, man. 100 million, sorry. Bring on 100 million. That's what we want. So cool. We did have our big liquidity provider. Remember, we had 2 liquidity providers pull liquidity twice in the lead up to this situation. It didn't move I think it moved a little bit, but not exactly at the time. But anyway, let's go back to 15 chart. That's where all the action is. And we've got to reset the chart now. Just one moment, caller. We're just going to reset here. Down in Alabama, we're seeing. Look at that. That's on the 15-minute. Looking really good, that one. But we'll zoom it up a little bit more. Because we're getting in. Get just about right there. That's pretty. We'll bring that in. How's that? Is that pretty good? I think that's pretty good. We've still got all our angles in play. These are our support lines. And of course, these are our trend. The trend is your friend. The trend at the moment is looking really good on the 15-minute chart. Look at that. We're almost starting another uptrend. We've almost got another one in there, but not quite. I won't get too carried away. But we're almost got a steeper angle there. But we'll delete that. We've already got a busy chart. So we've got 15. We're high so far, 15.85. And we're currently at 15.8 approximately. Hey, welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are rocking it on. We are hanging out together. We are watching the Hex price chart live. And man, the pump is on and we're enjoying it. Pump up the jam. That's what we say. Pump up it up. All right. D Money says explosion sound, I think suits the channel. Yeah, okay. I'll think about that explosion sound. That's a good idea. What a crazy, crazy time. Absolutely get Hex. And get Hex. Look at get Hex icon thumbnail. Looks so cool. I really do like that. I think it's so classy. Looks good. Coconut says, quick Google says that cocaine was reduced over time and finally eliminated in 929 law. No, I'm sure it was the 90s, man. I'm sure it wasn't back then. I'm sure we had it in our Coca-Cola back in the day. Surely not. No way. It had to be the 90s. I'm sure, I'm sure it was the 90s. Superman, can you give us a hint on who your famous family member is? Just remember you telling me ages ago. Well, Brendan, someone actually guessed it after the live show. Someone actually came in, put a comment on, and actually guessed who my famous family member was. And I thought that was impressive. So I guess they knew the Kiwi. They thought, who are the most famous people? And there's probably only half a dozen Kiwis that are truly famous. And so I would actually, let's say, yeah, we've probably got half a dozen that are what you'd call truly famous people, I guess, like globally renowned. You'd probably put it on a hand. So, yeah, I'll leave it at that there, Brennan. Pulse, if you get it right, though, I'll let you know. Pulsing Life, says Chris. Yeah. Pulse Heart says, I joined in late. Who do you think Richard Hart was speaking to from TikTok? I don't know. That's interesting. I don't even know about that. Is that on his tweets, lady? Let's jump out of there and have a look at Richard Hart. See if he's got something out here at the moment. Hex Machine. Give him a shout out to Charlotte. Yeah, that branding looks really mean. Look at that. That's cool. These cars do look really, really cool. Charlotte Birch. Charlotte Gibble. Nice. Racing team. Very cool. Oh, hope they're doing well there. Flinging it out for the championship. Crush it, ladies. Nice. Instagram. Not sure who that is. Instagram. Going on there. Anyway, we got the price on 15.8 cents, folks. Welcome to the live show. We are hanging it. I said to you, when there's a pump on, if I'm free, then I'll be on. I'll be on with the pump. This is how it's going to go. It's currently Friday at 10:40 p.m. here in New Zealand, Friday the 29th, and the Kiwi accent is out there. I can hear my own Kiwi accent now that I'm talking, although I think it's that you guys have got the accent, and I'm not the one with the accent. Probably the case there. Want mentals for 200 Bob, says 200 Bob, yeah. Well, good morning, Superman. I saw you before going to bed, and now as I wake up, Christos, you must have been asleep for like 4 hours. You must have, how many hours was that? I finished at about, didn't I finish 4 hours ago, Christos? Some people only sleep 4 hours, right? Maybe some people sleep 6 hours. I know farmers have to go, they go to bed, what, 8 o'clock? They get up at 4, 3:30, 3:30. So what's that? 4, 7, I guess it's 7 hours. I could never go to bed at 8 o'clock. Maybe if I was born a farmer, maybe that would be the case. But yeah. Pulse Heart says, was on the Hex channel announcement. Pulse Heart was on the Hex channel. Oh, was it? Oh, yeah, was it? That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing, that is. All right, let's have a look here. Where is it? I don't know. I did that one. Bam. Hex channel announcement. Hex channel. Oh, you mean Hex on Twitter or Hex? I'm not sure what you mean. Let me know. I might have got misdirected there. Hex Salty Boy in house. Good to see Hex Salty Boy. And man, it's amazing how many names there are around with using Hex and Pulsechain and stuff. Christos says, I was just thinking as let me go back to Hex price. Pumping. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Pump up the jam. Bump it up. We're at new height here. We're almost at target. 16 cents. We're at 15.88. We're rocking the DMV. I feel like having a chip, but I can't because I'll be eating that on the microphone. That's not cool. Yeah, that's not cool. I get a bad rap for that. I get slammed for it, as I say. I was just thinking, as I lay in bed, about a documentary I saw, which kids were working mines in South America, sorry, and during their breaks would sit and chew cocoa leaves. Yeah, I've seen a few of those as well. Those kind of documentaries. Some of the kids in some places, man, oh man, pretty rough. Russell Crowe? No, not Russell Crowe. Now, Russell Crowe is controversial because he was born in New Zealand, I think. I think he was raised in New Zealand to a certain age, and then he went to Australia. But Australians kind of try to own him too, so he's a little bit controversial, that one. He's living in Australia, I think. So he owns one of the rugby league teams, or at least a co-owner of one of the big rugby NRL teams, I think. Not Russell Crowe. No, Russell Crowe is a no. That's a no. But a good guess, but no. Woohoo button. No. Is there a woohoo button? I don't know if there's a woohoo button. We've got the woohoo-hoos in the chat there. Let me just put a few of those in. What happened to my mouse? Is it still okay? Got the woohoos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's enough woohoos there. And DV says, I'll only take Elon seriously if my Twitter gets restored. That's true. Hey, well, they've got to get rid of all the activists that are running the place, right? They've got these left-wing extremists running the place. They're trying to indoctrinate everybody. So it's going to be a tough call. You got to get rid of the executives. You got to get rid of heaps of people, and all the activist ones. You could probably let some others go with enough pressure. You could control them. But yeah, apparently they had to lock down some of the code. That's what I was hearing, because whether that's true or not, because they're going to tamper with the code on Twitter as a way of espionage, which would be a legal issue, I'm pretty sure. So it's a pretty risky thing to do. Matt Highlight says, I've helped bring in Chima Ferguson, Thrasher, and Pro Australian Skateboarder of the Year, Vans Pro. Little Wayne has posted him on his IG. Wow, Matt, that's awesome. Yeah, there's a surprising amount of people coming into the space that have got kind of celebrity status, either in entertainment or sports, that are coming into Hex. Obviously, we've got a lot of gridiron American football players in Hex too, and 555s. Matt Highgate says his all in 100%. And Pulsar says, great work, TikTok, Hexkins. You're really getting good work done. Having a chat with a really cool dude that found me on there. Nice. Which industry is your cousin in for a hint, pro? My cousin? Don't know. Did I say my cousin? No, I didn't say my cousin. No, the Chanel. The I think you were talking about the who was my famous relative. Yeah, so I know a cousin is a relative, but no, it's a famous cousin. A famous cousin? Yeah, I guess they are cousin, right? So they're a famous cousin. That's probably more specific into the phrase, but yeah. Chris says, car looks great. The Pulse and Hex logo together are amazing. Yeah, they do look really good. Keith Urban. Keith Urban's American. He's American. He married the Australian actress, didn't he? One of Tom Cruise's ex-wives, the blonde one. I can't remember her name. Hex Token in house with the emojis, looking good. Andrew says, "Okay, my last guess is Lord." No, not Lord. Oh my gosh, hope not. Man, I can't stand her. But hey, I don't want to be mean, but I just can't stand her or her music. Her music's okay. That's so sad, but her personality is pretty weird. She's kind of weird. Richie McCaw. No, not Richie McCaw. Great White. That's hilarious, man. Richie McCaw. That's funny, man. Richie McCaw would be okay, but no, not Richie McCaw. That was my next guess. That's funny. Get Hex says Superman pumping out the lives today. Yeah, this is number 3, man. But hey, I just say if there's a price pump on, I'll be on. I'll be on live streaming if I'm not busy. Like tomorrow night, I've got movie night on, so I'll be movie with the lads, with the boys. But no, not that. Chris says Pulse and Hex are the sports cars of crypto, gonna outrun everything. They are, dude. That's a good summary. Russell Crowe owns half of the Rabbitohs. Yeah, that's right. So I knew it was some NRL team. Nice. Have a late dinner and listening, says Get Hex. Nice. Yeah, we've got the wine too. Nice. That's kind of cool. Keith Urban is Australian. Is Keith Urban Australian? Okay, but he lives in America. Yeah, sorry. Okay, I apologize that I am corrected with that. 16-cent resistance is getting smashed today. Yeah, and that's what I said. 16.2 is kind of the get over the hurdle and then stay over there. Dinglewood says RH is a very smart man. He keeps proving it time and time again. Yeah, I think his real ability is taking a lot of information and gamification. I think that's kind of his forte with that. I think he has a good sense of gamification with Richard. Keith was born in New Zealand. I see. Okay, I stand corrected on that too. Well, there we are. This shows you how much I know about him. But all I've ever seen him is on TV in America, so that's probably why I thought that he was American. I can't hear his accent either. His accent sounds kind of American, so you'll have to apologize. I apologize for that one. Eco-friendly greatness, says Chris. Yeah. Peter Jackson. Now, Peter Jackson would be cool, but no, it's not Peter Jackson, the director of Lord of the Rings and many other blockbusters. No. What else we got there? Macaulay Culkin. Now, Macaulay Culkin's definitely American, right? He's definitely American. But no, he'd be cool too. Sam Neill. No. Oh, 15.9. Whoa. We're so close, man. We're so close. Woo-hoo-hoo. Now, this is the 15-minute chart, by the way, just to let you know. I don't have a little ticker there saying that, but it is Sam Neill. Now, Sam Neill is kind of he's a very well-known New Zealand actor, probably one of the top 3 actors, I would say. But no. The New Zealand Wars back in the 1860s, 1880s? No. Turner Morrison? No. That's a good one, though. So Turner Morrison is on, what's it, the Mandalorian, but he's got his own one. Was it not Jar Jar Binks? It's the awesome fighter guy. Can't forget his name, too. Sam Neill. No, not Sam Neill. Xena Warrior Princess. No, not Xena Warrior Princess. That's a good one, though, Pulsar. That's a good one. That's funny, man. Maxi pumping Hex before release. All right, so that's funny. All right, so I have to give you a clue. The person's not alive. The person is no longer alive on the earth, because I think everyone that you've mentioned are all alive, well, and pumping. Amber Heard. No, not Amber Heard. That's hilarious, man. That's funny, D-Money. Not Amber Heard, no. My life would probably be pretty hardcore, pretty under a lot of pressure if that was the case. Rebecca Gimney? No, not Rebecca Gimney. I don't even know who that is, Rebecca Gimney. I should probably almost have a Google page up, so just like Google one or two of these names. I know most of them, but I don't know. So 15.9 cents, man. We're about to make history here. And this is a pivotal thing. 220 days underneath that orange resistance, and looks like we have a chance of breaking free of that, as long as no big seller comes in and decides to send us back down to 13 cents or something like that. Well, if it's not Hex, Hex is definitely alive. Yeah, that's true, Christos. It's not Hex. That's hilarious. We're going pretty good, though. We're going pretty good here down under in Australia. Bruce McLaren. No, it's not Bruce McLaren. Jonah Lomi. No, it's not Jonah Lomi. Dave Dobbin. Dave Dobbin is a very good musician, but not Dave Dobbin. Martin Crow. No. So Jonah Lomi has passed on. Dave Dobbin's alive. I'm pretty sure Dave Dobbin's alive. Jonah Lomu passed on. Obviously, he made himself super famous at the World Cup against England when he basically walked over about 3 or 4 players to make a big try. That was his big moment in sports. He was obviously quite good in a lot of things. He actually, unfortunately, had a heart issue. That's what kept his career down. He couldn't hold up the capacity. Guy Pearce, no, not Guy Pearce. And Meryl Streep. Now, Meryl Streep's American. How can it be Meryl Streep, D-Man? I think you're just having me on with the Meryl Streep thing. Is she American or UK that's living in America? I don't know. Meryl Streep. She's kind of like, not Meryl Streep. It's pretty funny. My famous relative that is no longer living. Meryl Streep, I'm pretty sure, is living. And, someone from Neighbours or Home and Away. Well, there's a couple of the girls on Home and Away. I wouldn't mind having the cousins, but it's not one of those. Not one of those either. That's hilarious. I used to watch Home and Away all the time, and Neighbours. I used to watch Neighbours. Neighbours, we're just good friends. I used to watch both of those. Thank goodness I stopped watching because they're addictive. The reason why it's addictive is because they live at the beach. They go to the cafe and they work at the cafe on the beach. They have all these social things. They make up all these drama stories, of course. But it's such good living on the beach. It's a really good way of growing up, I would say. That's why I used to like watching it. We have beaches all around New Zealand. Like New Zealand, I think, has the 5th or 7th, one of the biggest coastlines, even though it's a small area, it has quite a lot of coastline. Was it 7th biggest? I don't know. Whatever. It's maybe not that big, but it's pretty big. And I could be wrong about that. But we have beaches, but the weather's not the problem. The weather's not fine long enough through the year. Like we get a good couple of months at least. But like in Australia, they have beaches everywhere, but they got the good weather all the time. It's often too dry sometimes. We don't have too well. They're flooding the people with country, but other than that, we don't have too many water issues. Well, at least not this stage, although they're increasingly happening. Vistazo says, remember watching Kylie and Danny and Neighbours? Yeah. So I used to watch Kylie and Danny, and of course we had huge crushes on Kylie. And Kylie's amazing because Kylie, she looks so young still today. Like I haven't seen her recently, but last time I saw her, she still looked pretty young in her dance videos. Although they were probably 6 or 7 years ago, but she's pretty petite in that. So yeah, Kylie Minogue we're talking about. Pete Smith, she's huge in the UK, right? Kylie Minogue's huge in the UK. Pete Smith, no. Hugh Jackman, no. He's Australian. So we're talking about New Zealand, not Kiwi, New Zealand, not Australians. So just remember that. See, it's a really small list if you get back down to this to New Zealand. Hey, we're at 15.91 cents, man. We're so close to 16 cents. And a lot of the stuff's just retail buying, right? We've got no whales coming in here. I can't see any whales in here. We had this one sell-off here, and that was just a whale selling down. So they weren't our friends. This wasn't our friends, unless it was a bot. Could have been a bot trade sending us down there. It was probably a bot, to be honest. But yeah, hilarious. All right, I'm just going to recharge the old mouse there for a little bit while I get a chance. The screen won't be moving too much for a second. I think Brendan's trying to goad me, man. Brendan's trying to goad me. Look at this. Let's get on to this. Brendan. What are you trying to do, man? Brendan's trying to get me to talk. Jacinda Ardern. Yeah. This is the first time you're going to hear me say this, Brendan. Hell no. That is one evil prime minister. That's I'll put it that way. Danny is hot stuff. Still says so. Yeah, I bet Danny is too. And I just couldn't remember exactly, but Kylie and Danny were definitely in the house there. Danny Minogue, Kylie. Let's pull up some Kylie and Danny. Why not? It was late night on the Kylie and Danny Minogue. So here's Kylie and Danny. Where's a good picture of them? I don't know. Kylie and Danny. Well, Kylie Minogue. Danny keeps changing her image. Trying to find one here. Kylie and Danny Minogue. It's kind of Kylie Danny there. That's Kylie and Danny, no, but what do they look like in the 80s? I think the 80s there. Kylie and Danny. Kylie and Danny in the 80s. 80s. I don't know if that's Danny in the 80s, but maybe it is. Kylie and Danny's in the 80s. Pretty 80s. That's not the 80s, surely. What's this one? 80s. I'm just trying to think. Kylie in the 80s. Yeah, that's more like Kylie in the 80s. There, that looks like Kanye very much so. Kylie in the 80s. I'm thinking. Was it Neighbours? Kylie on Neighbours. Kylie Minogue on Neighbours. I think it was Neighbours. Neighbours. Kylie Minogue first appearance on Neighbours. Kylie Minogue. Yeah, that's what I remember. Kylie Minogue. This guy here was a doofus. I think he was a bit of a doofus. But it's probably this one here. It's that one. Kylie Minogue on. Yeah, that's how I remember Kylie Minogue. And there, yeah, like that. Look who that actor is. He's become famous. He was on Prometheus, wasn't he? As the doctor on Prometheus. That's how much older this was. But she's kept her age really well. Yeah, Kylie Minogue. Boom. Yeah. All right. That's enough of Kylie Minogue. We don't want to get too obsessed with Kylie Minogue. But we were already obsessed back in the early days. Yeah. Did you claim your Pulse Dodge token? Do you stake as animal you are? You can get lots of money literally free and swap it for more Hex, says Nicholas. Yeah, Nicholas, you can do that. So here it is here, $3.15 at the moment. So it's pretty handy. If we do Dolphins at the moment, they've got 900 and times $3.15. So that's worth a tidy $2,835 for Dolphins. Pretty handy. Dingwolf say, good to see Nicholas in the chat, by the way. Dingwolf says Chopper Reed. I don't know who that is. I know the name, but I don't know who that. Finn Brothers, no. Crowded House, Finn Brothers, no. Rachel Hunter was such a babe. Oh, Rachel Hunter was a babe. Okay, so if you've seen, Rachel Hunter was I think one of the 7 supermodels in the 90s, I think, or whatever, 80s, 90s. Anyway, so when she was in her early days, she was absolutely phenomenal. Like if you think she was in that, what was that music video? I love, what's it, something, Stacey's mum, something like that, Stacey's mum. She was in that, but if you'd seen her like even 10 years earlier than that, she was just absolutely remarkable as well. So Rachel Hunter, we must have looked at. Why not? We're late night here on the Rachel Hunter images. So this is Rachel Hunter. I'm not sure. This is Rachel Hunter here back in the day. Like she was absolutely phenomenal at that age. Obviously, people get older. That's just natural. But she at that age, she was just absolutely phenomenal. What's this one here? Yeah, Rachel Hunt. She was just remarkable looking. This is the Australian famous model. I can't remember her name. What's her name? Ellie McPherson. And they were part of the 7 supermodels in the world at the time, and absolutely stunning. And then Rachel Hunter ended up marrying Rod Stewart of all things when she was really young, and so she gambled with that one. And yeah, pretty funny. Rachel Hunter tip top. This is how we knew her in New Zealand really early on, was the tip top girl. So this is the one. This is how we first sort of met her, was doing this tip top ad. So yeah, phenomenal. 15.84 cents, and of course we've just gone through it. I think I'm running out of options, says Brennan. The Joker says Precious X. No, not the Joker. That's funny though, Precious X. I like that. Spill the beans, Edix says. Horse from the Foot, Rock Flats. Jerry Collins, no. Jerry Collins, that's Ninja. Crocodile Hunter, no, but a Crocodile Hunter would be cool. I like the Crocodile Hunter. He's a really cool guy. Obviously, his kids have taken up where he left off. And the mother. Rod Stewart did well. He did very well, James Bond. He did well indeed. Superman pumping out the streams. Amazing, says Rusty. Yeah, we're pumping it up. When the Hex price is pumping, Hex token's going to be on. Scribe, no. That's Scribe. That's a funny one. P Money, no, not P Money. Not the rapper Mixer Boys. Savage, no. Scribe, yeah, they're all good, but no, they're none of them. Remember, they're all alive. I said the person's dead, so remember you're still picking people that are alive. So it can't be that one. Woohoo! Sandeep's in the house. Hey, good to see Sandeep. Hope you're doing well there. And Chris says that, hey, Sandeep, you're going to have to catch up with Mr. Feroz in Calcutta there. Since you're both in the same city, you should have a little Hex Pulsechain meetup. Yeah, definitely get in touch. You can find him on Discord if you want to catch up with him, Sandeep. And you guys could have some lunch or something like that. I've known Mr. Farage for a while now. He's in the chat there. Actually, I think he's a moderator. But he's not online at the moment. Cool. Brendan says, oh, person's dead. I missed that bit. Yeah, I did say that I gave you an extra clue that the person is dead. So just to let you know that a long time ago, though, so it's not like, you don't have to give me condolences or anything. It was alive. Hex is alive. Yes, James Bond, I know. Tom Cruise. Oh my gosh, you got it right, Tom Cruise. But no, it's not. Tom Cruise is alive. I'm pretty sure about that. Was he the greatest action film actor of all time? He's done like, 60, how many films he done? 60, 70? I don't know, it's a lot. Was it over 100? It's probably 60 or 70. Tom Cruise. He did come down to New Zealand to film a couple of movies, at least. He's been down there a few times. I think he was down here for The Samurai. I think he was here for one of the secret mission ones, with Mission Impossible. So yeah, he's been down here a few times. An actor of that size down here, that would be insane. I mean, people must just mob him when he's down here. Though he's very good at keeping people away. Edmund Hillary, Great White says, you are getting closer. You're getting closer. That's the closest one so far. I have met Edmund Hillary when I was a young lad, and he signed a napkin or something like that, and with his signature. But no, not Edmund Hillary. That is getting closer. As the closest one by a long shot. So if we were playing the game, it's cold or it's hot, and hot is the mark. You are getting warm. That's the first one that is even close. That's what I call warm. All the other ones are cold. And well done. Great White, you're heading in the right direction. Give us a hint, male or female? Male. Okay, so the person is dead and the person is male. That's Pulse Heart there, so cool. Bulbo Baggins. Bulbo Baggins. It's a shame I can't do prizes on this chat. I mean, this honestly, YouTube, get onto some gamified features in the chat, because it'd be cool to be able to do something like that. I did not skip the ad. Hex token, says D Money. Oh, nice one. Appreciate that, D Money. All right, what do we got here? So we're going to hear from. We're going to break it up a little bit. We're going to have Richard Hart come in, and I don't even know what's on the previous stream, to be honest, but we're going to actually leave that on there. We'll put it one more time. We'll play at least twice.
My next Pulsechain and Pulse X are the next things to launch. They're soon, like less than 2 months. The best guesses I have from devs are mid-May. That's the best guesses I've got, which is less than a month. So,
all right, that's a word from our sponsor. Colin Meads. No, it's not Colin. He's alive. Oh, no, he's dead. No, he is dead. Colin Meads, I'm pretty sure, is dead, actually. Climbing Mount Everest in those days was the real deal. Edmund Hillary is a real legend, yeah. Edmund Hillary and, was it Tinja Tintin? What's the Himalayan guy? Tintin? Oh, I can't remember his name. I used to know it off by heart. There we go. Forgot. Ernest Rutherford. Brendan, you are right. That is correct. Okay, so my relative was Ernest Rutherford, who was the founder of atomic science, pretty much split the atom. And of course, we know what happened after that, right? Nuclear bombs and everything else, nuclear power and the rest. Well done. You got that, Brennan. Well done. Woo-hoo-hoo. Rob Hall. No, it's already been done there. Brenton got it right. Brendan got it right with Ernest Rutherford. Mr. Feroz contact me for meetup. And I don't think Mr. Feroz is not in the chat there, Sandeep. You might have to catch him on a general chat here. Just go at, I hope you haven't joined there, Feroz. There is Feroz there. So you just have to put that in, and then of course you can, have a chat, something like that. 16 cents incoming. Oh, woohoo! 15.9. Woohoo! Oh, don't worry, it's going to come back. It's going to come back. Don't fear. Tenzing Norgay. That's it. Thank you, Great White. Tenzing Norgay. So Tenzing Norgay and Ernest. Tenzing Norgay and Sir Edmund Hillary were the two to climb Mount Everest. Tenzing Norgay was the Sherpa that helped him. I read about him, says D-Money, yeah. So they did it, I think, was it without oxygen or with limited oxygen? I think that was how they did it. And of course they did it the hard way, right? They did it the hard way. I mean, it's very hard to do, climb Mount Everest, even today. Like really hard, obviously you guys all know that. So it's pretty crazy stuff there. I think it takes, 3.5 days to get to the top. So it's not easy. And it's just very dangerous and arduous. There's bodies lit all over the place, right? The frozen bodies of very good climbers. Some of them are very good climbers. Sometimes the expert climbers go back to look for other people, and then they get themselves caught in a bad situation, and they end up getting, passing away there. Well done, Brenton. Yeah, Great White. Yeah, well done indeed. Woohoo! Had my girlfriend find that one. All credit to her. Oh, you cheat meister, Brendan. You took the glory, and it was your girlfriend. That's funny. Well, you should pat her on the back and say, do the old bow down to her. Go, we're not worthy. Give credit where credit's due. James, is that the rubber spider on your hat, Superman? Or what? Don't say that. What is that? I hope not. James, you're bad, man. You're James. With John Hunt as expedition leader. Right, yeah, John Hunt. Yeah, I remember that part. But anyway, I met Sir Edmund Hillary at a hotel, and he signed my signed something that I had. He was a very nice guy. Very nice guy. Brendan says she knows I'm not worthy. That's hilarious, man. That's hilarious. Yeah. Sorry, says Jane. Sorry. Yeah. It's all good. You're playing on my arachnophobia there, James. You're playing on my arachnophobia. Tells me all the time, says Brendan. That's funny. That's pretty funny. All right, let's have a look at some of the things here. We've got Hex at 15.83, but Maxi is at a discount, 15.13. So there we are, 15.13. Hedron at 11.84, and Pulse Dodge at $3.25. And there we are. Market is weakening a little bit. It's weakening here. We're starting to get a bit of weakness there. We don't want this to collapse from here. We want this to stay up. So Luna better start buying that Bitcoin, for goodness sake. We're going to jump out of there, come to here. I will be when Pulsechain launches. Worthy, right? That's true. You got quite a bit of faith locked into your judgment calls there, Brendan. All right, we got the money bags. Oh, 15.94. We are so close, man. We are so close. Let's go. Remember, it's a 2-for-1. You get a double on Pulsechain. And of course, you don't necessarily have to ratio trade it. You can just hold the hex and get all the pump of the price. That's just the way it could be. Yeah. Keep wanting to eat my little corn chips. We are so close. We are so close to 16 cents. Man, oh man, oh man. We just need someone to come in with a decent buy. What's the last couple of buys? We can have a look at the last couple of buys. Hopefully we're not going to caught out. Let's have a look here. 10,000, 1,000, 8,000. We had a few sells in here, and 15,000. So yeah, just a few there. We haven't had any really. We need some big ones. We need something that's gonna, that's 44. That 44 is cool. That was 15.6. So yeah. What else we got going there? 2,000. We need just some more serious buys in there. Gwei is 51 at the moment. Gwei is 51. So boom, we are so close to our 16 target, and that there will be exactly about, was it 3.5% between these gaps here? Growth backed on back. In fact, how much have we got? We scroll that down. Where did we actually start our uptrend? Oh, that's been quite good, isn't it? That's kind of where we started then. Yeah, so we started pretty much from there. That's kind of like how it looks at the moment. We had a little bit of a dip, but we've kept this uptrend here, and then we got a steeper uptrend going. Now we've got a steeper one at the moment as well. So looking really good. We'll zoom in on that. Bam, pull that down. Here we are, folks. Looking good. Brenton says, how much liquidity are we at now, Superman? And Gina says, nice. Yeah, definitely is nice. Let's pull up the daily stats and have a look. Get the real-time update. 140 mil. Woohoo! So far, we are down from earlier today. What was that? Close to 11 hours ago. We're at 168. We're now at 140. We're down 28 million. That's a really good day in the office, folks. Really good day in the office, eating up that liquidity. Maxi minted. Well done, Hex Down Under. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Nice. So well done to you. That's my clap sound effects, by the way. I'm actually sitting in a vacuum. I don't know how the audio is coming through. I don't know how the sound is coming through. It's completely vacuum in here. All right, enough nonsense from me. I will try and don't know whether you can actually do sound effects on here. Actually, you probably can. Maybe get some videos and you play sound effects, but that overlays, doesn't it? Jay's got the 100%, absolutely. We've got the share. I can share slides, video files. Yeah, they don't have StreamYard's nice and easy to use, but they don't have a lot of extras in it, at least that I can see. I think there might be a pro version, but I'm not sure. But it's all right. It's doing okay. It's Friday night here, folks. Friday night, and it's 11:14 p.m. in the evening, 29th of April, Friday, and the weekend is about to kick off. Hex Down Under says, third stream today. Apologize to no one. Nice work. Yes, Hex Down Under. It is. But like I said, if there's a Hex pump on, I'll be on because I love the pump. It's a bit like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He has to do the Arnold Schwarzenegger pump every day with the old webs. Have you watched him? He's really cool. You guys have got to do the pump on the let's go to the gym. Hey! Get into the chat with the rockets, man. Hex rockets. If you got emojis, if you're Hex Token channel member, smash out the emojis, man. That is awesome. We just hit 16 cents. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Yeah, baby. Yeah, that's so good. Just hit the 16 cents. Woo-hoo-hoo! Nice. That's awesome. So good, man. Rockets. Let's do rockets. Bam. And Hex is in the house. Bam. And some more. Bam. Superman's in the house too. Bam. And we got some Pulsechain as well. Why not? Pulsechain. We'll do some Pulse Hex as well. Boom. All right. So cool. We did it. 16 cents. I'm so glad, man. I'm so glad we did that. That's so cool. 9:14 in Australia, says Brenton. Yeah, about 2 hours behind us. And the Rockets there starting the work day south of Detroit, Michigan. Woohoo! Hey, good one, Academ. Enjoy yourself. We just hit 16 cents. Feel the pump. Pump it, says James, absolutely. Hex Oldie Boys in the house says, yep. Hex Down Under's got the rocket bags as well. And James in there with the rockets, man. You did a good job with those there, James. Academ's got the thumbs up. Rockets from Brennan. And Get Hex in there with the woohoo's. What's up? What's up, Hexkins? Well, the price is up. That's awesome. 16 cents. That's a major move after recent times. Obviously, we need to really obviously break out at 16.2. We're going to put the chart up there. Just notice your Top Gun hat. I watched that recently. Hex and Pulse are the Top Guns. They are, Chris. And that is a good movie, right? Top Gun is the first one is just a classic. It's an all-time classic. If we can break above and retest that 16 cents, then that will be confirmation. Agreed, Brennan. And Tim Top's got the woohoos in as well. And nice to see Tim Top in the chat. Very cool. So that's nice. And look at the uptrend. The angle is still really strong. We've got two other nice little bullish angles there, but we're still in this top range, which is really nice. And we haven't had too bad there. So 16.2. Let's go to the daily. And of course, let's check that out. I'm going to have to restore the chart. Everyone's like, oh, no, not the restore chart time. Yeah, we restore the chart time. But look at that. That is what we've got there. Wish we might pull that up there. This is the orange resistance. And if we zoom out, remember, we zoom out the chart there and pull that in. We have got this going on. So that's what we've been stuck in. 220 days stuck in this big orange resistance. Your resistance pushing us down. And now we're just starting to pop out of that now. That is awesome. That's bullish. So it just bodes well. Just gives us that extra momentum on the TIA front to be able to move higher. That's really, really exciting. And now we have to reset the chart again, as we do. And pull that up, as we do. And there we are. That's looking good. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Actually, we'll scale that a little bit because it's, we need to have a bigger pump on there. That looks better, eh? Yeah, nice. Looking good. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Man, can we get 16.2? That's kind of that feeling where we're just over that orange line, 16.2 cents, and we've got to hold it on there for sure. 80 people watching now. You know why? We jumped another 20 people because the price pumped to over 16 cents, and you're all here for that. I know how you roll because that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. That's funny. Guns of Peace, that's it, says Chris. Absolutely. Top Gun is great film and soundtrack. Kenny Loggins, yeah. Hey, there's so many good elements to that movie. It makes you, it's really inspiring. It's like life inspiring, that movie. And it's got everything in it. You think about it, it's got so much of everything. It was a very good movie. Gary Fisk, yeah, up and the thumbs up. Nice. Good morning, everybody. OMF, hey, good to see you. And good morning to you. Good vibes film. Absolutely good. Yeah, and one of those inspirational ones. I used to watch binge on those. Really good. Hey, I don't know if you've seen, is it Little Boy Blue? It's a great about when they first had the first rowing canoe where you had the machine. They put the machine on. It's got the famous actor. I forget his name too. Unfortunately, Guy Sebastian with the. Let's watch that. We'll just actually have a quick look. The Little Boy Blue. Little Boy Blue. This is one of the best motivation movies. Remember what it's. Little Boy Blue. No, it's not. That's not this one. I've got the name wrong. Little Boy. No, I can't remember what it's called. It's about rowing anyway. I'll forget that. I can't find it. Whoops. Let's get Hex. Pulsechain coin pumping too. Oh, it is too. $3.56. Woohoo! Yeah, it's not over yet, is it? I think Pulse Dodge not over yet. I think might just make another move to try and beat out these previous highs here. Get over that $4 once and for all. $3.56. We'll see. We'll keep watching that one. Maxi's up to 15.5. Starting to make a bit of a move. Got to catch up to the old Hex because Hex is 16 cents now. And Hedron is still down at 11.80 at this stage. And what are the buys here? Last 24 hours, 65 buys and 34 sells. So there are buyers in there. I just getting beaten out on the volume probably by the sellers there. But their buys are still in there on the Hedron. So, yeah. Well, we got 24 hours, 13 buys on Maxima, 16 sells on Maxima. Hence why we're probably lagging behind Hex. Yeah. I'm not sure if we have the Hex on if I got it on Dex Screener, because this view here is on Dex Tools, whereas all the other charts on Dex Screener. And if I take Hex USD version 3, that's that one there. And 24 hours, the price is probably not, is going to be the same. Should be the same, but it might be a little bit different. There's the price there, 1605. So this is the same chart as the one we've been looking at, same as this one for the most part. And over 24 hours, we got 117 buys and 64 sells. So that says a lot. Last 6 hours, 44 buys, 18 sells. And the last hour, we've had 13 buys, no sells. No sells in the last hour on version 3. And we've got 13 buys. So that says a lot. Man, oh man, that's crazy. That's some crazy stuff there. One last hour. So it's been pump. The pump is on. And that's fascinating to see that. Woo, says DB. Absolutely. Good morning, OMF. Did you bring your coffee? Yeah, that's true. You've lost that love and feeling, says Hex Downer. We have not lost the love and feeling. You've lost that love and feeling. Yeah, I love that movie. That's great. Woohoo, keep it going strong, says Chris. We got the thumbs up. Now it's gone. That's true. Quality succeeds. It does. Pump keeps pumping. And Finbear says shame about having to burn the house down because of that spider. Yeah, respect to the pump. That's true. Let's not even talk about spiders, Finbear. That's quite scary, right? Kind of scary. Up and to the right, says Brennan. Yeah, it's very bullish at the moment on that chart. Let me have a look around. I am literally terrified. What time is it? It's 11:22 and 2006. We're going to keep going for a little bit longer. We're going to keep going for 9 more minutes, folks, because then I will have to wind down before the evening closes. Otherwise, I'll be, you know how you get when you're up too long. I'm going to chill it out. Nice. So 9 more minutes to rock it on. We've got 9 more minutes to hit that target of 12.2 cents. We've been very lucky today during the live stream that we hit our 16 cent line there. That's pretty cool. And we've been watching that 15 minutes for quite a bit of time. We've got James Bond. Yeah. Crypto Artie's in house. Hey, good to see Crypto Artie. And I like your little icon there as well, your little image. You shake my nerves and you rattle my brains. It's Hex Down Under. Yeah, that's the song. It's a great song, man. Actually, I might watch that movie again now that you guys are inspiring me to watch the old original Top Gun. I haven't seen the new Top Gun yet. I haven't seen the new one, so probably worth watching them back to back. Look under your chair, not being a dick, but that's where I'd look. Oh, thanks, DB. Thanks a lot. That's terrifying, honestly. Boy, that was so scary when I had it today on the live stream. It was like Superman versus Spider-Man. Anyway, you have to look around for it. Just make sure it's staying where it should. As long as it goes back to its little place and so forth, I'll be okay. What was it? You got me thinking about it now. That's my present. That's my present for going to the live stream and covering the pump, you ratbacks. DB's in the house. Love. Yeah, DB's on the mark. DB knows when he's onto a winner, and that's the issue. So there we go. We're looking pretty good. Man, the last, like I say, the last hour, 13 buys and no sells. That's like amazing. 12 buys, sorry. 12 buys now. It's just changed, but yeah. 9, yeah. So a lot of the volumes in the last hour, too, 400K. $1 million in the last 6 hours. $3.6 million of volume on V3. This is the one pair. There's 3 other pairs. That was the main one, though, the bigger one. 356 on PLSD. 1584 on Max is starting to converge now. Starting to converge to Hex. I don't think there's that much liquidity on Maxi. Is there? Oh no, there is 1.6 million. Okay, I stand corrected. 1.6 million. I got the hiccups now. How did I get the hiccups? I don't know how that happened. 209. We're rocking it up. I like the original movies. Says James Bond. Me too. Especially James Bond, right? I don't know what they did in the last movie, killing off James Bond. That made no sense. Loop de loop. Urban Bear Girls. Urban Bear. Yep. Bear Grylls is great. Yeah, Bear Grylls is he's really good at what he does. They don't show all the accidents they have though, do they? They don't show all the accidents. Chris says Top Gun was the first film I ever saw at home on video in the 80s. I bought it on DVD recently. So you had it on video cassette, right? The old video cartridges, and watched it again. Great film, inspirational. You're right, it is. It's got a lot of cool elements, like lots of different stuff. It's got it's got the comedy. It's got everything. Everything you know. It's got everything in it. That's probably a big part of its success, not just the fast jets and stuff, but of course back then that was kind of getting to see what the aircraft carrier flight guys do was pretty rare at the time that I recall. So it was a big part of it. $0.16. Request for a flyby. Yeah, the old request for a flyby, that was hardcore. I know they do sanction some of those when they're doing like they got dignitaries, they're doing open days on the flight decks. I've seen some videos on YouTube where they actually have sanctioned flybys. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Hit the like button, smash the spider, respect the pump, says TB. That's true. Those are some true words there. Chillin' it. Time is at 12. Since it's hit 6. Have you noticed since when we got to 16 cents, it kind of slowed down? It just starting to slow. Once we got to 16, it was like beep, and we haven't had any like movement in the thing yet. Ticker. There's probably. I bet you there's people out there going, "It's hit 16 cents. Should I sell now?" Right? There's probably people going, "Should I sell now and take the profits?" I bet you there's people out there going like that. Brendan says, "Hey, I have a mate from Australia that owns a few old US military planes. Still has the gunners on. Are you serious? That is so cool. I would love to have a plane like that. Look at the lovely chart welling up," says Hexport. Absolutely looks good. And the thing is that I'd love like a Spitfire, some of those the World War II planes. We have down in South Island, we have these near Wanaka. We have the Warbirds over Wanaka, and that's amazing. Now, one time I was coming down with my family from the mountains out of the snow down into Wanaka, and these are like all kind of paradise places, and you won't believe it. So we're up in quite high still in the coming down into the valley, but it still seems quite high. And then around from the side of us comes these warbirds around next to the mountain, and of course I think there was a Spitfire and other planes like World War II, classic World War II fighters, and they came next to us on the side. It was unbelievable. Like it was like we had no expectation of it. They flew past us. It was just like a dream come true. We had snow on our left, and then we had these war fighters. It was like we were fighting in Finland or something, during the war. And these planes come by, and they sounded absolutely amazing. It was like adrenaline rush. Like your whole body's just like adrenaline rush. It was really awesome. Brendan says from Austria, not Australia. Sorry, that's all right. Austria. Late 80s, early 90s had the stupid New Zealand Coke thing. Says Flynn Bear. I just can't remember. They used to have lots of ads like that, but I can't remember what that is. New Coke thing. You're talking about without the cocaine in it? Is that what you're referring to? Without the cocaine? But no cocaine. Yeah, we were so angry when the cocaine was taken out. I remember that much because the taste was really crappy after the cocaine was taken out. We got used to it. Like you get used to it, but it was way, way inferior from. Although obviously Coke's got a lot of sugar in it. That's probably the bad thing about the Coke. Cocaine's probably not so bad given the amount that was in there. So yeah, mate. That's how we go down here and down under. That's how we go. So when I was in America, that's what it was like. I was walk around and people would just like look at me and go the accent, and they would just want to know, just want to chat with me with the accent. It was so hilarious all the time. I'm not sure if that happens today, but definitely happened when I was there. Got a little red candle, 15.94 cents. 78. 78. 2.4. There we are. 15.9. We're doing pretty well. Live stream, feel the pump, folks. I'm going to sign off now. It is 2 hours and 15 minutes, which is pretty awesome. We have actually achieved the pump. We got to our yellow target, the 16.2. That's where we want to be. And of course, I'm pretty sure we're going to head there overnight. I'm pretty confident. Unless somebody decides to push the sell button, we should be perfectly fine. 11:30 p.m. here in the evenings, half an hour before midnight, 29th April, Friday. Your host here, hashtag Superman, and Hex Token channel. So if you're new to the channel, of course, smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell for more good videos. This was our third live stream today. We're covering Pulsechain, Pulsex, and Hex, and we're loving it. We're loving it because it's going to be absolutely a game changer. It's going to be awesome. And we're all here early, which is not always nice. The sound of Merlin engines gets me every time. Absolutely hexed me. You said it really well. It is really amazing. Not sure if I was the addiction talking here. Hex Token says, Brennan. That's hilarious. Watching your top 8 security tips video. Good info. Thanks, DB. Appreciate it. And Trish says maybe some hoping for a little pullback to buy, but I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, we could keep just churning it over. We might obviously have some dips on the way, but we could end up pushing out over 20 cents over the weekend. Yeah, we'll see how we get on. It's going to be a lot of fun. Launch incoming, says Chris. Yeah, launch incoming. And I think the market's pricing it in there, Chris. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. 2 hours and 15 minutes, or 16 minutes, as I say. Peace out. Take care. Look after yourselves out there. And I will see you guys tomorrow. If you're a Hex Token channel member, you know how we roll. Smash out the emojis on the way out. That's how it works. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe, and all the good stuff there. Woohoo! All right, power to you. Take care. See ya. 16 cents, baby. Yeah, baby, yeah. And it's still going up. So catch you next one. Bye.